Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Suited and Booted Entertainment.
I'm a sexy boy.
Sexy boy. You grew up in wrestling?
Yeah, of course. I had all the figures and everything.
All right, we'll get to that. First of all... What? He came out today. Everyone was like, what? Guys, just quickly, it's WrestleMania weekend. I've got this belt on for two reasons. The first reason, it's WrestleMania weekend. The second reason, I'm fucking bloated. Okay, because...
It's the big show.
Bro, yesterday... Let's paint... Before we do that, to my left we have...
Lord Mahazi.
I'm Jerome, to my right...
CFO, GD.
Behind the camera...
No about it.
Guys, he's got a 4-letter name. No one in Amateur Agents or in the comments or on Instagram has spelt Nor's name correctly yet. I've got N-O-R, N-O-O-R-E, N-O-R-E, N-O-A-H.
I'll take Nori. I'll take N-O-R-E.
Yeah, I know none of our listeners will get that,
Yeah,
but
fair.
I know you'll take Nori. Guys, it's Noor. N-O-O-R. Yeah.
Yep, Noor.
And people always love to say the wrong spelling and then in brackets, however you fucking spell it. It's
Thank you so long.
Yeah.
Just search it.
Yeah. Guys,
All right.
we've got worse names up here. Right. Let me say something, right? This is why I'm bloated.
Okay.
Okay. It's WrestleMania weekend. No one on here is a wrestling guy except me. So let me just.
I was.
Yeah, I mean, at some stage you all sort of watch. But yesterday was WrestleMania night 1. So I woke up, I went to my cousin's, and my cousin's wife decided to buy, 20 sweets from the bakery for breakfast.
Man.
We had jam donuts, the cream. I was about to say cream pie. The cream.
Just made some cream pie.
That's in his head. Why is that in your head?
I don't know. Oh, do you want me to tell you why?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Okay. Again, sidetrack.
ChatGPT.
Sidetrack. When we were younger, me and my mates, when we used to go Macca's drive-through, there was this running joke that one guy in the group didn't know what the CP was. Yeah, he didn't know what it was. So every time we'd go there, they'd go, whatever meal he ordered, they'd go,
Get him at Dandy Market.
hey, can you just ask for some cream pie sauce? And he'd say, oh, also on some cream pie sauce.
And what would they give him?
They go, sorry, we don't have that. No shit, you don't have it. And then it took him a few weeks to realize what it actually was. Yeah, we were those guys.
That's the best. That's the youth humor.
Oh,
man.
so
The
good.
youth humour.
So good. How good is not trying to laugh in assembly?
Oh,
I got kicked out.
my
When I was
God.
at high school, I was so pissed.
That one year you were there.
Yeah. We went to an excursion to the church, whatever the big church
Be
is in
careful,
Melbourne.
yeah. It's Easter weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big church there. Happy Easter to everyone.
Yeah, happy Easter.
By the way, I bought some chocolates for everyone. Here you go.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm dairy free, bro.
He's dairy-free, but
Thanks, guys.
thanks, cuz.
Cheers, boss.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, happy Easter to everyone.
Yeah, well, so you went to the big church?
Went to the big church, and you know when like they're doing whatever they do in church, and you got to be silent,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like the priest is talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a
When
cough.
did you ever think it was your turn to talk?
Bro, I had a cough.
Sorry to cut you off.
Hold on, what do you mean by that?
Listen to this. Just listen to this.
You had a cough.
Bro, I had a cough, and I was trying to hold the cough, and because I was trying to hold the cough, it sounded like a laugh. And my principal was in front of me, and he goes, Gavin, get out now.
Oh.
Get out. And I'm going,
Yeah.
trying to cough,
Yeah.
but it sounded like a laugh.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what I was laughing during assembly at because it's not a nice thing. So we'll leave that out.
What, recent assembly, do you mean, or when you were in school?
When I was like year 8.
Hey, can we clip this up? Can you, Jerogs, can we clip this up? Send this clip to your mate that you cannot look at when you're trying not to laugh, whether it's in the classroom or in an assembly,
When
school
you're giving a
assembly,
speech?
when someone's giving a speech,
Bro.
and you look at your brother and you're like, you
Fuck,
just
yeah.
cannot look at that guy.
Nah, the worst,
At that time. Send
worst
this
is in the
clip to them.
change rooms too. How many times in the change room?
Oh, when the coach is cracking it.
The coach is, and you're just like,
And then as he's cracking it, he missays a word.
Yeah. At worst. I'm the worst at that.
No, guys, the
I look
worst.
down. No, what happened here? Oh, we had one here when we had Sing on. And he said awesome foursome, and I couldn't hold it in.
It's Ian Greener, guys.
And I was dissing myself.
Can I tell
and I
you
looked
about
at Jake, and he was dead serious, and I'm like, fuck.
Can I tell you a funny joke about like an inside joke that me and Kwame Yeboah used to have at Wanderers?
Shout out Kwame Yeboah.
When we would have this is Marcus Babel, right? He would do this speech style, right? Nor's just stuffing his face with an Easter egg. So he would do this speech style where he would address everyone, and he'd be like, he'd ask almost like a rhetorical question. He's like a leading question, All right, guys, what do we need more of? What do we need more of? And then people would just be like, communication.
And it's exactly the wrong answer. That he's not
dedication.
looking for.
They're just saying these like non-important things.
Buzzwords.
Just like buzzwords, like respect.
Anything that ends in ION.
Yeah, the worst is
And then when he would do those speeches, we would look at each other and we'd be trying not to laugh, and the other boys would be like, perseverance. It's like, what the fuck, bro?
Some
the
dumb
worst
shit.
is when they're like, all right, what are we doing tactically wrong now? What are we doing wrong?
And no one knows.
And no one knows. And then no one says anything.
No, but then someone...
And then the coach explains it themselves.
No. What happens is someone has a half-ass crack, and they say it under their breath, like, we're not pressing as a group?
Yeah.
Say that again? Yes!
Yeah.
It's like, there's two moments where I can't hold it in. Anything, I'm so sorry, and I don't mean any disrespect, but anything Anzac Day, I'm finished. Once I hear the horns, it's over.
What do you mean?
Bro, have you ever sat in class and they play it over the speaker and you're just like, bro, it sounds like farts.
I've never had that, but I can imagine.
You know the reason I didn't go for school captain was because I know I can't sit through Anzac Day stuff.
See, it's a
Really?
thing. Yeah,
Because
it's
I
a
remember sitting there in year 10.
It's a thing.
And they're playing it through the speakers. And mine just goes, Star Wars.
What happened in Star? The noises.
Yeah. There's that. And fucking, what was the second one? Oh, man, there was a good second one I had. Anzac Day and...
Funerals?
Bro, I was at a funeral a couple weeks ago. And there was I was standing next to my old high school mates. And one of the pastors or something, he was having like a coughing fit. And I'm like, this is fucked. Like, why am I about to laugh? Like, this is not good.
Why? I wonder what's actually going on psychologically. Why
Because you're not
becomes
meant to.
funnier when you're not supposed to laugh.
It's because you're not meant to. You feel awkward. You don't know what to feel.
Yeah.
Emotionally, like you're all over the place.
Yeah.
And so like giggling just feels like an easy something.
It's an out.
But then it's the other way. I said this to Jerome the other day.
Right.
If I said, for example, if I show you a video, I say, hey, watch this video, it's really funny. As soon as I put that pressure on you, it's not funny. No matter how funny the video is,
I'll
you can't.
fake laugh my way out of a room.
Because I'm waiting for the moment which I start slapping my knees and it just doesn't come.
What? It's so weird.
I've heard
isn't
that.
It?
Same with like comedy festivals. People go in trying not to laugh, and then they know if the person's funny if they can actually get a laugh.
I think Jerome and I were talking about this. There's so many comedy shows and whatnot where I'll laugh because I've been told it was funny, so now I just want to have a good time. So like, it's like I don't find this that funny.
I did that a little bit at Theo Von.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else was laughing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah.
But I'm like, is it?
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
Group
Oh, dude, my cousin and brother have that so bad. Like, they'll force a laugh. Like, if something's not funny,
Oh, they can actually do it though.
yeah, like my cousin, shout out my cousin Omar, he does it like all the time. They'll force out a laugh, and I'm thinking to myself, you're not even, that's forced. But fake laughing around people is a skill.
Yeah.
I do it when it's not even a funny thing. I just laugh. That's the first thing. Bro, last night I'm at Macca's. Right? Drive through before Chelsea play.
Can I get one cream pie sauce?
After I asked for the cream pie sauce, the guy goes, Jerome. Because I use my app. So my name came up. He goes, Jerome.
What do you mean? How do you use that app?
App.
My
Sorry,
Mac-
fuck. We're jumping topic. to
My
topic
Macca's
here.
app.
What the fuck?
I don't have it.
It's an app.
I've
You get
never-
deals and whatever.
Really?
When you don't go to Macca's that much, you don't have the app.
Yeah,
That's crazy,
don't
bro.
use the app.
That's
Anyway.
crazy that an app exists.
Yeah, every fast food place has an app. So I use my app, my name comes up, and he goes, Jerome, And this is at the drive-thru. He goes, I've never met anyone named Jerome. It was in an accent, but I'm not going to do the accent. He goes, I've never met anyone named Jerome. He goes, only in the movies, bro. He goes, this is crazy.
Did he say bro? Is he like the type of person that would say bro?
We can guess the accent now.
What's the accent then?
He was an Indian guy. So,
Can we get an accent?
no, I'm not doing that. But yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? I go, that was odd.
It's not that uncommon, the name Jerome.
But I think they think they're going to see like a cool black guy.
Oh, with an afro. Yeah, black guy. With
Because
an afro.
Really? I don't know another Jerome. What's a famous Jerome?
You don't know another Jerome.
Do you?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
What?
At least
It's because you're black.
3.
I need to know
Shit, you at least 30.
Jermaine Defoe.
Jerome.
That's not Jerome.
Yeah.
It's Jermaine.
I
But I
was
don't
going to be
know a
named
Jerome.
Jermaine. It was Jermaine or Jerome. I don't know why my
Why
parents.
was it between Jermaine and Jerome?
I think Jermaine because of Jermaine Jackson.
I was gonna say it was Jermaine Jackson.
Jermaine Jackson. And I'm so happy they went with Jerome.
What
I
are you
love
named
I was
it.
after?
supposed to
Who are you
be
named
Angus.
after?
If you were Angus,
I'm serious.
I'd laugh
Bro.
at you just walking in.
Yeah.
My name was supposed to be Angus for Angus Young. ACDC.
Oh,
I did know
yeah,
that,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, you're not an Angus.
I know.
What were you going to be?
Do you know what Rashid means?
Yeah, on the path to God.
Or wise, like just a variance of those kind of things.
Oh, there's more than one meaning.
There's like
I didn't know that.
Living
There's
up to your
a
name.
more Islamic meaning, and then there's a general Arabic word meaning.
Oh, right. Know
What
more
were you
about my
gonna
name
be?
than me. I've never met another Rashid with ID though.
Yeah, normally
Have
2
you?
E's.
Have
It's
you ever-
usually Rashid.
Funny enough, I know a Rashid.
I've
that's
seen ED
Moroccan,
as well.
So it's RACHID.
Rashid.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen ED. I've seen double ED. I've
You've seen ED?
IDY.
Yeah,
never
I've seen ED. I got ED.
Yeah. I can see that.
that's a lot.
I
I was gonna be Daniel.
Can I just get it?
David?
Can I get just
You
get a,
could be a David.
Can I get some?
Patrick Bet David.
This is where I need Nor and you, Jerome,
Yeah, what do you need me for?
right now because we're just on that bro situation. The other day I was at the pier, right? And
God,
there
you
was
love the pier.
Yeah, the pier's quality. St Kilda Pier, that's where you find me. Anyway, I'm
And
on the
syringes.
pier. I'm at the pier, and these boys walk up, and I need to know when is the time to say Wallah. Bro, these kids were smashing it.
Yeah, they smash it.
Wallah, the tide's so heavy.
They smash
Wallah, it's hot today.
Yeah.
Wallah, the ball's so far from me. Wallah, bro. And I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to relax, right? And these kids are going, Wallah, it's cold in the water, Wallah, bro. And I'm going, cuz, come on.
Yeah, but that's because you've
You're
got
at
the other
St Kilda.
right?
Yeah, and you've got the cuz, you've got the bro. That's they're just using that
But
word.
isn't
course.
Wallah,
You serious?
Isn't
Serious?
Wallah on God?
Yeah, I swear to
So-
God.
so-
So pretty much, it's in for their language, like for these kind of boys, you use "I swear to God" in every statement that you wouldn't want to swear to God about.
That's what I don't understand.
It's like when people say mums, like stop swearing on your mum or call her because she's not okay.
Yeah, check.
Yeah.
I say this all the time at
Yeah,
football.
check.
2 boys will say, "Oh, mum's soul's a penalty." The other
Yeah.
will say, "Mum's soul, it's not."
Yeah.
I was like, "One of you call your mum right
Yeah.
now."
Yeah,
One of your
yeah.
mums is
One
in
of
the
your
ER.
mums just dropped.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
what I
exactly.
wonder is when people say, for example, mums,
Yeah, mums.
are you using that? Why? Like, does it?
But that's what
does
I'm
it
going
make
to.
you feel like you're cool because you've just said
No,
mums?
it's almost like I hold my mum in such a high regard that I swear on her.
Yeah.
I know what the meaning of.
Oh,
that is,
sorry.
but I'm
Bro,
saying,
do
why
you
do you
need
say
to-
that as opposed to no, like I swear to God?
Oh, it's just slang. I don't know.
I guess maybe some religion stuff they just don't want to swear on God.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
fair
They'd
enough.
rather
God's
sacrifice
more
their
important
mum.
than your mum.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
Yep. But
I've heard some.
But
I've heard
what I'm
God's
saying
soul. I've
is
heard.
God's soul is
why
crazy.
on God do I need to know that the tide is pulling so hard?
Well, you don't need to know. They're just saying it to their mates.
Yeah,
Gav, sometimes,
But you know what I mean?
you just got to choose locations. Like, you need to go to.
Wallah, you're right, bro.
That's it. Like, you're going to St Kilda.
That's exactly it.
You're going to St Kilda, bro. It's like going to going to an acai shop and be like, oh, there's Arabs here. Like, yeah. Yeah. They invented
That's the
it.
thing. There should be Brazilians at the ICE
No,
place.
bro. No. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
Yeah.
All right, let's. Anyway, so my main point was that, WrestleMania weekend. Let me get back to that. Had about 3-4 cakes in the morning. Then I left there, went straight to my nonna's, had a massive bowl of pasta. I had steak, creamy potatoes. I also then had tiramisu. Then I came home, had leftovers. Then before Chelsea, sorry, Mum, I had Macca's. Then wake up this morning, early as shit. I get to my cousin's house. Then there's manush everywhere. I have about 3 of them.
Is that a person?
No, I didn't have 3 people. It was a Lebanese pizza, basically.
Oh.
Have those. Then after that, more. Bro, I am so fucked right now. And it's all because of this weekend.
Were you hungry all that time?
Yeah, that's what I want to know, bro.
the
Are
only
you
thing
pushing
I
your
asked-
stomach to its limits, or are you just hungry?
The only thing I ask is
Pushing it
because
to the-
Macca's is for me like I'm hungry and I need food quick. But after all you've eaten, that's an inconvenience to
I
me
think
again.
it's vibes. It's like, ooh, like imagine watching Chelsea right now with a few nugs.
So
Nuggies.
did Macca's do 20% fucking surcharge on you? What?
Nah,
The surcharge over the weekend
I know.
was insane.
I've just understood Jerome's whole personality, man.
What?
Vibes.
What the hell does that mean?
It's that.
It's vibes.
There's like a connection between these things that's like comfort. Oh, that's like a comfortable environment.
But
to
Jerome
imagine.
said this many times.
You're a smart guy. That is true.
Anything outside of his comfort zone will kill him.
Kill.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, he's allergic to discomfort.
I'm allergic to latex.
So what do you wear?
No, he's
Oh, bro, how many times do I have to say this, man? There's latex free, dog.
Is there?
Hey, let's stay on track.
Yeah.
We're no raw dogging out there.
Alrighty.
Let's stay on track.
You know what it is? I've spoke about this before, and pause. There's an inner child inside me, and I'm just gonna keep going.
Spiritual
I'm just gonna
right
keep
here,
going.
man. Shit.
One time, this weird therapist, they were like a holistic, like a weird like one, and I was like to my
chocolates
mum,
did you eat on the
What the
weekend?
fuck you? Why are you taking me here? And they said, you're in a constant battle, Jerome, between outspoken, loud, like obnoxious, crazy, and sensitive little boy. And that's your life. And they're just going, they're just fucking, they're button heads every day.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why when it comes to comfort stuff, that's why I'm just like, comfort foods, comfort shows,
Yeah.
comfort people, shit.
It's all perspective.
Yeah.
It's all perspective.
Yeah, even clothes, right? Like, I'm gonna get home. This is like Chris, bro. Oh, I can't. I'm gonna put on my
Trackies.
comfy trackies. I'm gonna put my comfy socks.
Yeah.
Used to do that in Argentina. I set myself up, watch a movie.
Yeah, I do
Bro,
that
I
hard.
do not feel like any comfort wearing comfortable socks and being like, in my pajamas.
Don't you?
Nah, I don't think like it. I don't know why I don't have an attraction towards that at all.
No, that's a good point you make because I'm exactly like that. Like, seriously, I get excited about, like, tonight.
I'll turn the heater on.
Yeah, tonight, I'm already thinking, like, I'm going to go home after I edit. I'm going to get cozy in bed. I might watch my second episode of the show I've been watching, and, like, I'm excited.
What show is that?
Terminal List on Amazon. So I get like that. I'm like, ooh. Like, ooh.
You know where my mentality
But
changed?
you love working, though. That's why.
Bro, you know what
Maybe, I don't know.
where my mentality changed? Someone said this to me once. They go, I'd rather go out and be comfortable than look good. And then when I was younger, I was like, how many times have you gone out? Like, I definitely did this when I was younger. And you wanted to look good, so you wore uncomfortable things to
Bro,
look good.
I said this on Instagram the other day. The older
But
I
then you're
get,
uncomfortable. And once I heard that phrase, it would have been like when I was like 15. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, how annoying is going to
you
like a
dress
game?
so uncomfortable.
Bro,
Nah,
yeah,
but-
what the fuck?
No, I dress to my comfort.
Bro, you wore linen pants and loafers to go-karting.
Can I tell you something that I used to
Hold
do?
on. Linen pants is comfortable.
yeah, but that was also banter. That was banter.
Nah, but you're not a comfort dresser. I wouldn't say you're a comfort dresser. But listen to this. What I used to
course.
do, exactly to your example, when I was in high school, I used to be so like self-conscious about my skinny Kenyan legs that I was friends with like all Islanders, and they wear the skinny jeans and they have like big mad legs, you know?
Yeah.
And so I would wear like tracky pants under my skinny jeans.
Oh, my God. That's
to like buff my legs up.
To be fair,
that
St.
the
John's used to be that
craziest-
cold in Dandenong. I used to wear my PJs to school underneath my
Yeah, that sounds
my
about
pants.
you.
That sounds like
Far out.
most of the black guys you would have gone to school with.
The older I
Yeah.
the older I get, the more I am choosing, because I used to be into style and, what designer can I buy, even though it's all fucking uncomfortable.
Well, now that China's come out too.
Well, yeah, whatever that means. But now bro, in 3 years, I'll be wearing Hockers.
Yeah.
Straight out. And Rash is going to look at me like a fucking...
Hey, that's one of my most engaged with posts. When I put on my story, Hockers are like, that's a no-go.
Hockers, if you want to pay up, though.
Hey, people are culty.
I was
with
just in
Hockers.
Chadstone and I'm seeing people walking them and everyone's going like,
Yeah, heel first, toe second, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, the brand On,
that's the other one. That
and
is
Hocker,
crazy.
they're taking over because
if you wear Hockers, stop listening to this podcast.
On is the BYD of shoes.
Yeah.
What's DYD?
BYD, these new
The
cars.
electric vehicles, the Chinese.
Yeah, it's true,
On
bro.
is
That's
the
a
BYD of shoes.
Oh, also, if you drive
Build your dreams. Who the fuck calls a brand build your dreams?
You know, that's the one thing that stopped me from buying that car. I was like, I'm not driving a build your dreams.
Here goes another sponsor. We just fucking shat on Hocker, build your dreams, fucking Maccas. But listen,
I bought a pair of New Balances like that the other day after our conversation.
These are Nike.
Yeah, I know, but like that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was like,
New Balance
I
is
need
sick.
I need comfort. $100.
bro, I got 4 pairs. They are unbelievably comfortable. But what was the point I was going to make? I've gone blank now.
Yeah.
Oh,
you've got residual ADHD now, bro.
Yeah, because
Hopefully
it's
worn off.
it's
in the air when we
well,
come
it's
out.
it's like contact high. I get it because I hang around you cunts so much.
On this,
And if you sit next to Gavin for half an hour,
Bro, I've got
you
Jake.
start interrupting people.
I got Jake, you, and Gav.
can I shout out?
You're got something else. All right, let's get on to the topics, I guess.
Football podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, intros are getting long.
But to be fair, I've had a few messages saying, man, I'm just loving the shit
The
talk.
banter, yeah.
Because, like, you know,
people
just
love the shit.
Because people get to know you guys.
Yeah. Right. First on the agenda, WrestleMania. No, okay. We're going with. Let's start with what's happening with. We'll start on a little bit of a somber note, and then we'll slowly build it up.
It's a bit intense to just jump straight into that.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
what he's gonna
That's
do.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying to do it.
Oh, you want to jump straight into it?
Well, yeah, because we spent half an hour talking about fucking cream
okay,
pie.
yeah, cool. Yep, cool. All right. Sorry. Misunderstood you there.
So, you got to be careful with this one. But let's go with it. So,
I thought you wanted this. Yeah, cool.
yeah, I'll intro it, and then you can say your intel and so on and so forth.
Okay.
The Northern Terrace stuff.
I wasn't talking about that.
Okay.
That's why I was saying we're not on the same page.
Okay, now we're on the same page.
I don't know.
We're going to talk about the North Terrace.
Let's
Bro, you guys are on the same page number, but different books.
Yeah, we're on a fucking. He's reading Murakami.
We're like nodding to each other, like
Yeah.
we're saying completely opposite things.
So it was announced a couple days ago that there had been bans across the Northern Terrace. Melbourne Victory's active group, arguably the biggest, arguably the best active group this country has ever seen, or active section, whatever you want to call them. There's different groups inside the North Terrace, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the statements, plural, from the North Terrace, and then some, I guess, expert opinions on it on Twitter, if you want to call them that. We've also got some intel. We'll give our opinions. It's a very tricky one, but we're going to cover it for you guys. So this is from NT Melbourne. Announcement. Football Australia has taken the decision to collectively ban the North Terrace leadership and its core group for 2 years. No evidence was provided for these banning orders. Because of the absence of evidence, every person received an identical banning notice. This is not in line with the impartial governance of football in Australia. The North Terrace has been an institution for 20 years. As it stands, organised support in the stadium is now over until 2027 unless corrective action is taken. Decisions made will have serious effects. NT leadership and MVFC management have both challenged against collective punishment over the past seasons. This is where it counts the most, though. Victory must back its own fans against this decision to serve indiscriminate and unjust banning orders. More info will be released soon. So that's what I've gotten from the North Terrace. But This is from Simon Hill. So as I understand it, 8 bans were issued for homophobic slurs, and there was also a flare ripped at an NPL game. There is an appeals procedure in place, which fans fought for successfully some years ago. Joey Lynch said, still chasing down details, but understand the banning orders handed to Victory relate to the NPLM Victoria fixture against Green Gully. As a result, they would risk activating the suspended 10-point deduction in place until the end of the 2025-26 A-League season. Now, there's been a lot of discourse online. Obviously, rival fans, not all of them. I have seen some support for the North Terrace. A lot of rival fans have been saying, good riddance, they deserve it, so on and so forth. I've seen Victory fans have differing opinions. I've seen some say, I've been a member for life and I feel betrayed or whatever. I'm not going to support the group because of the allegations, so I'm leaving. Then I've seen other people come in and say, it wasn't all of us. Why are we getting collectively banned? Why is everyone getting the same banning orders? Which does sound weird to me. Look, there's probably going to be updates before we release this. This is being recorded on Monday. My take on it is, first and foremost, football without the fans is nothing. The A-League attendances have been dwindling as it is, which has seen the Terrace even dwindle. But if we're talking out of all the teams, who's had the most consistent core group of fans rock up every week? Obviously, some weeks, okay, they're not the greatest, whatever, but the majority of the time, the Terrace are the front runners. I was an active member for 4 or 5 years. Some of the best times I've had. Some of the best times for football in this country. Rash played for Victory. He saw how packed the Terrace was, how good they were in compared to other clubs. So first and foremost, we don't want to see the Terrace die at all. Because if one thing is going to help get the league back to the heights that it once had, especially with all this other new shit coming in, like the salary cap stuff and all that, there needs to be good attendances. It needs to be rocking. It needs to be loud. There needs to be atmosphere. So for the fans who feel unjustly done by, we stand with you guys. If you feel like you haven't done anything wrong and all you've wanted to do is support your team, then I think that's some bullshit. I think that further investigations should be made. On the flip side, I hate to say it, but I got to say it. If people are constantly doing the wrong thing, breaking the law or whatever, then unfortunately there's going to be consequences. Whether that's from the league or the police or whoever. If you're doing the wrong thing, then it's almost like a play with fire, get burnt type situation. So again, this is just my take. I don't have all the info on it. I'm sure people will message us stuff and all of that. But just from what I've read, if you have done nothing wrong, or you feel like you haven't done anything wrong, or you feel like you've ripped a flare, okay? Because that is not something to get banned over. I'm sorry. That's my stance on it. But
you feel like you've ripped a
Yeah,
flare.
sorry. I don't know why I said if you feel like. If you've ripped a flare, we fuck with you. But when it comes to the slurs, the homophobic slurs, whether it be racism, whether it be violence, stuff like that, then you're gonna get banned. Like they're gonna find a way. We all know what the laws are like in Australia. We all know what football faces. We've said this before. Unfortunately, we're going to have to put some of the ultras mentality stuff to the side for the game to grow, just because how strict the cops and the A-League and whoever's involved. Go watch the police episode. That's just how it is, man. We're going to have to play ball a little bit to get what we want. But yeah, bottom line for me is if there are a few bad eggs and they got to go and they've broken the law or they've done things that are just, unsavory, then they got to go. But the rest of the fans, I don't think the rest of the fans should pay the consequences off a few bad eggs.
Well, I think this is why it's hard, right? And as far as I looked quite extensively, I couldn't see a statement from Victory. I don't think Victory have actually said anything.
They want Victory to say something.
Yeah. No one's said anything from Victory. In terms of Simon Hill's comment, apparently that appeals process has been in place for a while, and they somehow found that agreement or like fought for that years ago. But apparently, since the APL has come in, no one has ever successfully won an appeal.
Really?
So that's one thing. I don't know if they should have won any. Maybe they shouldn't have, but that's interesting to know that no one has ever actually successfully appealed a decision. The other thing that I want to say, I don't know, it's from what I'm reading online, and I think to Jerome's point, he's seeing the same thing. Everyone's quite divided over this topic.
There's division, yes.
And I think the issue is that it's not really about Victory. It's not really about the Victory fan group. It's not. The discussion is a broader political.
Sorry, I'm having one of those moments that we were talking about.
Yeah, I thought it was about him.
No, it was one of those about the things we were talking about before. Like, I'm not meant to laugh, but I just saw something funny, and Sorry.
So that's all right. So what I was going to say is that I think it's a bigger political discussion. It's almost like a philosophical discussion of like if I am because I don't think anyone. It doesn't seem like there's many people at all that are saying, oh, yeah, they should be yelling homophobic slurs and racist slurs.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think there's almost anyone saying that.
Yeah.
The discussion is more around, like, should a group be collectively punished for a few people's behaviours? And it's like, I don't know what the answer is to that, because to some extent I agree that it's like, should I be punished for your bad behaviour if I'm standing next to you? Well, I'm not you, so no. But then at the same time, if we're suited and booted and you do something and you're doing it each week and I don't stop you doing it.
Complicit.
And should I be banned for that? Or not banned, but should I be punished in that way? My answer is, I don't know what my answer is there. I actually don't know what my opinion is.
The key thing is leadership. So when you're talking about leaders, there's obviously a level of respect, maybe even fear. I don't know. Where people might be like, oh, it's not really my place to say anything. Like, I don't agree with it, but fuck. Could be that. I've also seen Victory fans say, I am a Terrace member and it's appalling, and call it out or whatever. So there is so many sides to the argument, so many different angles on the spectrum of like where I stand or like my morals and all of that. There's actually another statement here. This is from NT Melbourne as well. Is this what Football Australia and APL and Victory want to see? A poor atmosphere with minimal turnout? The numbers and atmosphere are going to get a whole lot worse unless it's rectified. Fans will know the league has been down this path before. Victory risks crowds next season that will resemble Melbourne City home games. The NT has not yet asked fans to vacate the North End, but people have spoken already. There is no precedent in this country for banning a group of people collectively for 2 flares being lit. The accusation isn't physically possible. Neither is there a precedent for banning people indiscriminately based on hearsay. What's the evidence that all people banned engage in alleged offensive language? So basically, they're sort of saying, to read between the lines, hearsay is one thing that was mentioned there. So, okay, you've heard slurs at games, but they're saying that's hearsay. They're saying, where's the evidence? That's one side.
Sorry, just on that point, is anyone denying that it actually happened? I don't think anyone's denying that it happened. I haven't read anywhere that someone has said, I don't think that actually happened at all.
I think I might have seen one guy on Twitter saying, I was there, you don't know what you're talking about, but then I don't know if that's fully denying. Look, again, there's always going to be fans that see this and say, oh, no, I was there, this happened, or on the other side, I was there, no, I heard it. Like, you're never going to get the truth unless there is actual cold, hard evidence. Yeah. Again, they're also saying, like, collective punishment for individual banning people indiscriminately based on Hearsay. Where's the evidence that all people banned engaged in alleged offensive language? So even if there was offensive language,
Yeah.
the Northern Terrace is saying, did every person that get banned, did they all say it? Number one. And even with the flares, it's like, well, 2 flares are lit. You're going to ban 8 people for 2 flares or whatever it was. So
Another
it's a
piece
tricky
of
one.
inside information that I found out is that apparently it's more than 8 people that have been banned.
Oh, really?
So apparently it's much more than 8 people that have been banned. Did all of them say, again, it comes back to, if you're listening to this at home.
Is it a one-off?
Is it a comment? Is it a chat? Like, all right, but if you're listening at home, if we're a group, suited and booted, and we say we're a group, we're actively saying we're a group, and then Jerome says something wrong, and he does it for a few weeks. Let's say it's not just once, because I feel like this is not just once, right? There's been a build up.
There's been
I assume
every club
the extremity of the punishment is because of the build up, not because of one.
Could be.
Well, now you want to make a deterring statement.
Yeah, I would assume that's what it is. Maybe I'm wrong.
Could be.
But let's say there's a build up and Jerome does it a few times, and I don't call him out, and then our podcast gets taken down because we're a group. Like, do we? And we come out and we say, well, it was only Jerome that did it. He should just be banned from the podcast. But then Spotify say, no, it was said on your podcast and you guys allowed it to come up. So it becomes a philosophical argument of like, should people, bystanders...
mind their own business or...
Mind their own business or step in and... Because, by the way, an extension of this is apparently there's been some players that were around that same area that may or may not have even actually been part of that group who have now been said they're not allowed to play. So not only are they not allowed to attend games, they're not allowed to play. So this goes beyond...
From the club?
This is from Football Australia. So this goes beyond just from being a fan. Now you're actually not allowed to play.
Look,
so this
straight out,
become,
for anyone that is has comprehension problems, absolutely do not condone any homophobic slurs, racism, no slurs at football. Like, there is a billion other ways to
Heckle.
To heckle or to, I was in the Terrace. There was, I didn't experience anything. When I was there, I never heard anything of that nature. I'd always looked at Victory, especially the Terrace, to be like a super multicultural and welcoming place. That's just me. Other people might have had different experiences, which is fine. But yeah, we obviously do not condone any of that shit. There's no buts. I'm not going to say a but after this. We don't condone any of that stuff. Going back to the main argument, though, logically, again, I don't know everything. Logically, I don't think there should be a collective punishment for a few bad eggs. But I know what you're saying, though. It's like, hold on. How responsible are other fans to say something? But, bro, to be fair, on Twitter, I've seen a lot of fans, Victory fans, condemning it.
Can I be honest, though? Like, there is a...
But that's online.
Yes. So I think in person, if I'm standing next to certain people that are yelling... Look, and we're going to stereotype here or blanket statement, whatever, but it's like it takes a certain style of person to yell out homophobic, racial slurs, whatever, especially in this day and age, right? Like, you're a pretty brash person that doesn't take...
Super brash.
Doesn't take accountability well, right? So if I tell you, hey, man, not cool to speak to...
You're not going to say
the
fair
black
enough.
players that way or whatever. I'm going to cop a punch in my head or something, right? And so it's like, to an extent, I can understand people not pulling up
That's
people
what I'm saying.
next to them.
Maybe the fear.
However, on the whole thing of the, not going to punish everybody for a couple bad eggs, it's like, but what if there's this group of fans is a chicken and it just keeps producing bad eggs?
I get what you're saying.
As an argument here. I'm not, this is not an
devil's
opinion.
advocate.
This is a talking point, not a opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. And, it's also said that, like, there's been leadership bans. So people are going to say, if they're leaders, maybe they should speak up and say stuff. I don't want to speak too much on it because genuinely, I've just read what North Terrace Melbourne have said. Yeah. I've read a few opinions of fans on Twitter. That's all I've seen.
And
I wasn't there. I didn't.
Yeah, it's also because we don't have all the information. Like, I almost want to ask questions to the camera so we can get some comments, but it's more like one of the questions would be for me, is the people that have all been banned, are they a group that they say they're all part of?
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are they, or is it just people
Singular.
that were standing near that
Is it
event,
very
which I think is quite
individualised.
Very
different
fair point,
as well.
yeah.
So there's a few question marks around this, but like Jerome said, I don't think there's any.
Complicated.
I don't think anyone's really saying stuff shouldn't be said or whatever.
Yeah, like that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Like you don't say that stuff.
Can
It
I
goes
ask
without saying.
another question?
The flares,
Did this all come from the Pride round and the homophobic slurs were happening because of the rebellion of the Pride round?
Yes, yeah. That's what I've read. Again, I really need to be careful with this topic because there's so many different aspects of it, but apparently it's stemmed from the Pride round and like you said, maybe a build up of other cases.
Yeah. And can I just say, I'll say it like live now as well, because we've kind of spoken about some political stuff. We don't want this to become a political podcast. But obviously there's some pressure to talk about current issues that it's important to talk about. The problem is, I think, is like probably if you're listening to this, there's a large number of people that will be listening to this and wanting us to have a hard stance on something right now. It's hard to have a hard stance when we don't know all the information.
That was exactly going to be my next point. Like people are going to say, they're going to dance around it, blah, 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 blah. Why the fuck would I have a hard stance on something
That I can't actually come to a full
that I can't,
conclusion.
I don't fully have the factual backing of. Now, you're going to say, Jerome's done that 100 times. But
that's in relation to football, not in
and
relation
funny
to
shit.
Yeah.
It's not
Trivial
that
shit.
important.
Yeah, trivial shit.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to see Cena win in that way. Like,
Where did Garang Qual play in Scotland?
Because of fucking ChatGPT. But Rash is right. Where this is not a dancing around it situation. This is a let's look at all the facts. And I guess there'll be progression in this and there'll be updates and there'll be advancements or whatever you want to call it in the coming days and weeks. But yeah, man, it's sad. It's sad all round. It's sad that people are doing that stuff. It's also sad that it looks like the North Terrace is going to take a massive hit because when they're on their day, man, you just have to sit there or even be in the stadium to realize like how powerful the Terrace is in a good way. But yeah, man, there's been incidents, but they're not alone. There's been stuff with Wanderers, there's been stuff with Sydney, there's been stuff with every club. So Victory just happened to be the biggest. They're in the spotlight. It's recent. And guys, like Rash said, it does sort of turn into philosophical, political stuff. And really, we're here to just talk about being wrong and having a laugh. But we had to mention this because we can't say, we do a podcast for the growth of football in this country, and then when something this serious happens, we're not going to touch on it. But there's just so many moving parts, and it's not a quote-unquote finished saga.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll come back to you with some updates on that. Is that all you had on that?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Gavin, is that all you had?
Right. For me...
Gavin's used... Okay, but let's just get something straight here. Gavin's used to fucking River Plate.
Like, that's the thing. I was going to say North Terrace. Why?
Terrace.
Exactly.
North Terrace.
Why isn't the whole fucking stadium filled out? And there's not even one north area. Who gives a fuck? Let's start working with
West's brother that plays NFL.
Let's start working with the Southwest and fucking East.
Well,
Fuck
bro,
the North,
there used to be a South End and a North
You
End,
know
and
what
they
I mean?
both used to be...
Fuck the North, get the other ones going.
Terrence.
Gavin does not mean fuck the North End. He just words things funny. He's saying that you got to
Just get
understand
the fucking whole stadium full and fucking shut up.
Yeah, that's what Gavin's
Simple.
saying. But it's interesting as well, bro. The whole philosophy around it, and this is where we need someone like Ali Menjum because he knows a lot about this stuff. But Australia has this weird combination of hardcore European ultra, South American, and British And it's like a melting pot of fan style, active style. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, just quickly before we move on to some other shit like, I don't know, how Gavin shits or whatever. European ultras is like very choreographed, wear all black, flares, violence, I guess. Not all of them, but it's very like they almost don't give a shit about what's going on the field. Like a lot of the times you'll see their back turned and there's more hatred, I guess. You know, if you go to somewhere like Poland or Russia or whatever, like they're training, they're in gyms just to prepare for a fight against other teams.
Someone told me
they're all like
recently,
UFC fighters.
I don't know, maybe it was you, about that they used to, and this is in Australia, that they used to leave at like minute 75 to go have punch-ons at the station.
Yeah.
But not even watch the final score.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's because, you know, people talk about the adrenaline rush or whatever. Now, if you go somewhere like Britain is very like, they think that stuff is sort of corny.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're not. If you go to a British game, you won't really see drums. You won't see constant chanting. You won't see flares. British is more, there's more of a humour aspect to it. Drinking, humour, and like they think it's corny. They think, not everyone, but like if you watch the Prem or the Championship or whatever, a lot of the chants are like, you know,
taking the piss
and like, come on, you cunt, come on, let's fucking, come on then, come on,
what
you
we think
fucking,
of Tottenham?
you fat cunt, come on then. Like a lot of it's like that where, and don't get me wrong, there's clubs in England that have fans that want to seriously hurt each other, but it's a bit more. I see fans say it all the time, like it's corny, it's choreographed. Like we're just here with our mates drinking, like watching our team. Yeah. Whereas they look at you like, oh wow, you're all in the same outfit, cute.
Oh, I get you.
Right?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Then South American, you know how South American is, bro. It's constant sound. It's drums. It's chanting. Yeah. It's the, you know.
There's banter between the fans.
It's, but also life and death type situation.
The elbows going.
Yeah, like it's there's a lot of movement. Every sense.
Where does this come from?
That's Argentina.
Do you know?
Fuck yeah.
Is it only Argentina that do this?
I don't know.
I've seen
that's such an iconic hand movement.
Yeah. But
cool.
They're like, you're going to see.
It's more of a show.
Yeah, a grandma and a 4-year-old.
Yeah, it's the release. For them, it's life or death.
Yeah.
So they're going just to support the team.
Yeah, so there's different styles.
It seems like a genuine connection to the team, which, I mean, obviously all the fans kind of have that. Yeah. But it seems like more, maybe a one-to-one relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, they take it like
they live
to that
for
person.
that moment. They live for that 90 minutes of the weekend.
As opposed to England, maybe you go into the game with your mates to have a fun day with your mates, even though you love the club. But it's like mates day.
Yeah.
Europe, it's
get out of the house, get away from the missus.
Yeah. And look, you know,
bro, I remember last year I was in Thailand and I met a PSG ultra in the gym.
Yeah,
he was the scariest guy I've ever met.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to. Like, he was using a machine I wanted to use, and then I tried to mention something about football because he had, like, the PSG Ultra shirt on, and he just wasn't having a bar whatsoever.
He wasn't having a bar of it, yeah.
And he would have killed me.
So, like, for instance, there's clubs in Europe and South America where even if the team loses 3-4-0, they might stay and chant for an extra hour. I don't give a fuck. It's just like, I'm just here. In England, that's not happening in England.
Bro, how crazy is this, right? When I was at River in the Resis, my coach was Ortega, right? And he went from River to Villarreal and he came back to Argentina because he goes, when I was playing in Spain, it was so boring. The fans, like, we would lose and they would clap us. And he goes, it was like,
I want
it made no sense. You know, he's like, after a River game, if I lose, like, I feel the pressure of losing. Where over in La Liga, it was like,
it depends.
Whatever.
Yeah. Obviously, it is circumstantial. It depends what club as well you're at.
Yeah.
But like, in England, you will not, if you play bad and lose, You're not going to have the fans stay in the stadium for an extra half. They'll leave. They'll leave 20 minutes to go.
England is a very interesting type of fan base.
You know,
Very
my old
interesting.
man always said you have to wait until the final whistle. Did you see the video about the Man United fans leaving and then they came back during the
Oh, it
week?
happens all the time.
no.
Happens all the time.
But I think
I can't stand
I
that.
don't want to talk about Ange again, but watching that kind of storyline come about, I've realised how interesting the English fans are.
oh, mate.
Media and the fans.
Super fickle.
Very fickle.
Very fickle.
Very over exaggerating everything.
Yeah.
It's over exaggerating good and it's over exaggerating bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the amount of Prem like that live over there that I see, like, they'll say every week, I'm done. Not watching that fucking shit. But then they'll be at every game.
Bad.
They'll be at
It's like Arsenal
every
fan
game.
TV.
Yeah.
The worst.
I'm fucking done. This is turgid. This is disgusting. It's putrid. They're there right again. Right? It's almost like it's a very toxic very toxic. Whereas a lot of others is more just about, like,
Well,
that kid is like, the kid that fucking sold his Xbox to go to a Boca game or some shit.
I'm just
yeah,
thinking
like the
in
famous
English,
river chant is "En las buenas, en las malas muchas más," which is basically saying in the good times we're with you, in the bad times even more.
Yeah.
Right? Where the English, they're just like, nah, recycle.
Yeah, it depends. It all depends. But
Yeah.
my main point was Australia has a weird mix of all three of those.
yeah.
So it's like
Plus AFL culture.
plus
Probably-
AF,
probably a
sledging
little bit.
and shit, like that sledging culture. So it's weird, man. It's weird. But just quickly, I just want to shout out a few people.
Okay.
Shout out to The Sauce.
We got a few tomato sauces out
We
there
have a few,
now.
but there's
We've
one god of the sauces.
Really? Aioli?
got cream pie.
All right.
The cream pie sauce.
He's not going to like that.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
oh
It's a guy.
I know why.
Yeah.
So we're giving
No,
it
but
to-
is he top?
Nah, he's top. He's top.
I don't know, bro.
Bro, we walked
We've
into
got
his
some
workplace
good-
the other day and people...
Oh, hold on, bro.
Can I? Yeah.
What? Now you're just telling everyone who he is?
No, I'm not. Where'd we go?
Well, all the people that be listening to this would know that.
Could be at Ace Cards.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
We've walked into a lot of places over the past week.
That's true.
But yeah.
Fuck off.
Do you want to know what? Actually, no, I'm not going to get it. Never mind.
Yeah, don't.
All right,
Just
all right.
show me
Shout
what.
out to the sources, though.
Shout out to the sources. Melbourne City women's team went undefeated and won the league.
Wow.
Smashed it. Shout out them.
Have they been given a name yet? Like the Invincibles or something? Have they been given
Yeah,
a
I think they just called
iconic
them
name yet?
I don't know. What would you would just call me Invincibles, wouldn't you? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Surely they deserve their own.
Yeah, they.
Maybe they do.
What's their name?
But I'm starting to think. I think I read somewhere that it was the 4th Invincible season in the A-League
okay,
women's.
so it's not
Really?
that
Oh,
I think.
unique.
I
Yeah.
think. Can we Google that, Nor, please?
Well, I think the Avondale girls, they're 7 from 7.
Avondale's
So they
just a
could go.
great
So
rank
they got a
club.
while. They got a while to go.
Yeah, but still, bruv.
But
You know, we were undefeated until I left Northcote. That was game 20.
you left.
22 or something. Then I think we only lost one the week I left.
oh, match
But
fixing.
then Michael Eager stepped into centre midfield, and then they won the rest.
there
Pretty
you
sure,
go.
or undefeated at least.
Apparently he lives down the coast now. Jane
Shout out Michael Eager, man. What a footballer.
Oh, no.
he's
we're talking
pretty
about
well. He's
that guy.
eager to get in the midfield.
I'm talking about who's the Victory guy? The old school captain?
North Terrace.
No. Michael Leia?
Adrian.
Adrian
Michael Leia.
Close enough. Shows how much I watch the A-League.
Guys, again, let me
Michael
just give you what's the word I'm looking for? I've had minimal sleep. Let me give you some context. Gavin did not live here from 2000 and
Yeah,
When was it?
2009 until 2015. So
Yeah,
all
so
the main A-League
6
years,
years
I
he
missed.
was in a barrio. He was not
There was
here.
no A-League over in Argentina on TV.
Yeah, there was no TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There has been 4 unbeaten regular seasons in A-League women history. Canberra United, 2011-12.
Yep.
The other 3 are all Melbourne City.
Okay.
I think I did
However-
know that. I
however-
think I did know that.
I will say this one is the most impressive because
Least draws.
not at all the most by far, but Canberra had 10 matches in total. First Melbourne City and second Melbourne City were 12 matches in total. This one is 23 matches, 16 wins, 7 draws. So it's almost double as many games.
Is that a salute to Melbourne City, or is that a what the fuck to the rest of the league?
Well, I would love to know if it's the factor of spending. Because there was a period there. Oh, man, this is going to test my knowledge. I can't remember if it was players all moving to Melbourne City or players all moving to Melbourne Victory. But it was like all the players moved at the same time. And it was what was it? I don't want to speak on it, but I believe it was because of money.
Maybe
because they were getting the best wages. But
Can we just say
I don't know how to fact check that. I don't know if that's accurate.
quickly to all the South Melbourne Hallis fans, it's been a big week for that club.
Bro,
Very big week.
Thank you.
Esteban has left.
We should have said that last week. We actually forgot to say it.
Yeah.
Esteban has gone.
Yeah.
For those in New South Wales and Adelaide and Perth and whatever else, pretty much the biggest club in NPL here.
History.
Yeah, they've had a horrible start to the season.
Yeah.
And their gaffer has gone.
Sacked or left?
Hey, what about
They've
this?
got a young-
I was just going to say on this. How about when, I don't know if this is Esteban's situation, so it's not specific to South Melbourne, but how about when like a club has this tumultuous relationship with their firing of their coach, and then they put a press conference release
Yeah, it's
out
the
and
best.
they're like, thank you for all of your hard work and dedication. And
After this,
But
it's mutually at each other.
Yeah, it's a mutually agreed upon decision and shit like that.
Fucking communicado official. Hey, Ancelotti, go fuck yourself, even though you won us everything.
I wish a club just released something like that. We just want to
There
release
probably has been to
a
be
statement saying,
Yeah.
fuck this motherfucker.
Hey
Just their
man,
face.
thanks for fucking ruining our season.
It was meant to be great, and it's
Yeah.
all bad because of you.
Speaking of ruined seasons,
Bad.
we'll get back to your South stuff. I just want to quickly say that Patrick Hisnorbo
Oh my God.
went to be assistant to Steve Holland at Yokohama,
Yep.
thinking about bettering his career, which, again, yes, it's a better league. Now, they're in danger of getting relegated. Steve Holland has been sacked. Kisnorbo is now the interim head coach, and they scored one of the worst own goals I've seen in years. He's in trouble over there.
Gav, have you seen this goal?
It's bad.
Let me
It
show you.
looks like
I've
match
got it-
fixing.
I've got it right
So
now.
what's his
I
next
didn't
gig?
see this.
He's going to be the leader of the North Terrans.
No, he would
could be. He could
definitely
be.
not
He could
after he left.
He could bring him back.
No, he's a scary guy though.
Yeah, look at this, bro.
Let's see. Is this the tactical own goal?
Yeah, it's a tactical
It's match fixing, dude.
A tactical own goal owned by themselves. Yeah.
It's a match fixing. So
Let's
this
see
is the
this.
own
It's a
goal,
throwback.
Yokohama.
We need to do some commentary on this. Oh my God.
What was the throw into the goal?
See, Gav, this is the type of stuff you need to see ASAP, and
That is
Do the boot
That's
about.
definitely money. Money. That's
is a-
that's 100K bag in Paddy's wallet right there.
I don't think it's in Paddy's. I think it's in
These
the...
allegations are crazy.
Yeah, I would not allegate. Allegate.
Wait, was it? Sorry, is it throw?
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Just Google it, Nor.
yeah,
Go-
yeah.
yeah.
The thing is-
The thing is, he could have just turned the other way. Like, why is he playing a cross golf to start with?
I'd love to know
The
if he
keeper
wants
is
that ball
out-
there.
Playing it
I
out
would
from the
love
back.
to know if he wants that ball.
Playing it
But
out.
like, that's one-on-one. Bro, that's junior football. As a centre back, you never play across the goal. The goalkeeper isn't even in the goal.
Yeah, that's how you know football's gone. You know, everyone keeps saying football's gone. Football's gone, man. If the goalkeeper is not standing in the goal anymore, and the centre back is
Has
in
received a
line
throw
with
in.
the goal line, that's football's gone.
To all the fans out there that are booing every time a team tries to play out from the back, boo louder.
That's unbelievable.
Like last night, we won a crazy game. Thank God I stayed up for it. But the first half was just like, just play more fucking direct. And we won. Like, just have a bit of fucking urgency. Like, what is keeping the ball in your box going to do? Really? Like, take a fucking risk.
Man, if I see one more freaking video on Reels saying this is how football should be played, and it's people just playing tiki-taka in their back third, and then they do nothing.
Woke.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
I cannot stand it.
Yeah. Bring back pace and power, man.
Bring back Kevin Musk.
Bring back people that would run in behind and push people and bring back long balls. But I think what these new football nerds are saying is, like, people like us, we're not saying that everything needs to be a long ball. We're not. Just be selective. Not everything
you gotta
has
have
to be
more. What's the word I'm looking for?
Be adaptive to the game.
You can't have one style only.
Yeah, well-
you've got to have multiple styles.
Yeah.
You can be Jogger Benito, but then you need a bit of Roy Keane in you.
But my point of view is same to what you said a few weeks ago of like people just copying things.
Yeah.
Like have a bit of your own unique character of like everyone's trying
what
to play
about
the same
stat
way.
That I think I put in the group that apparently now in the Prem, the most touches on the ball are the centre backs.
Yeah,
The passing.
was he not here?
Oh, maybe he wasn't here.
Bro.
Maybe
Did a
you weren't
snippet
on
on
it. Yeah, we watched
Bro.
it.
Yeah.
And then you think about it and you go, why wouldn't you want your best players on the ball all the time, for the majority of touches on the ball? You know? So it just shows that the ball's just been moved across the back.
But
Or
then
into the back
again,
of your own net.
again, I don't want to see you play like South Melbourne.
I wouldn't mind it, bro, if one
To be
team
honest,
did
hey,
that.
do
Every now
they
and
need
then.
this? He's not going to come back because I don't want him
They
to come
need
back.
Harrison Sawyer.
But they need Sawyer.
Yes.
He was their man.
Yes, and now he's on fire.
Like, can I
Yeah.
just say, for example,
Sawyer's
Leicester
on
City when they won the
fire.
league,
yeah,
would you not want to see that again?
I'd
A
love
team
to
just
see
doing that.
I really felt sorry. I really felt, honestly, Liverpool, I hate Liverpool fans. I'm sorry if you're a Liverpool fan, I hate you.
Oh,
because
shit.
you know why?
Yeah,
Because
they
Leicester,
confirmed the relegation.
bro,
Yeah.
Leicester are in relegation, and I had people, Liverpool fans, post Terrence Arnold with his shirt
Terrence
off,
Arnold.
right?
Okay, there's a lot of Terrence.
Sorry.
Yeah. Terrence.
Alexander,
Yeah. Sorry, Alexander.
Right?
His name's Alexander. Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Bruv, with his shirt off, celebrating against Leicester, who were basically already relegated,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Against our beautiful Leicester.
I guess he's put them
You know what
one
I mean?
game away from winning it.
Well, they just want to win the league as quick as they can, Gav.
I know, but like,
Honestly, I don't
how
really
are you
care
celebrating
about too much of
against
English
that?
Premier League, but Liverpool fans are annoying. I will say that.
there's there's three types of fans in the Prem that come out of the fucking woodworks. United
I was
fans,
going to say United is,
Arsenal fans,
that's me.
and Liverpool fans. They're the worst in terms of
Arsenal are at the bottom there,
out of those three.
of course.
Yeah, but still they're the top three in the league of like, oh, we're doing good. Let me come outside again. Man,
Yeah,
do you know how many
100.
people like...
Come outside.
Yeah.
I've been hiding in my room.
Yeah.
I've been suffering for 16
Yeah,
years.
like the kid in Bench Warmers. Is that Bench Warmers?
I don't know what
Where
you're
he can't, they want him to play, but he can't touch sunlight?
Bubble Boy.
Bubble Boy, that's what I'm thinking.
Is it Bubble Boy?
And
That's
that's
Seinfeld.
That's a whole
Isn't that
I don't watch
just
Seinfeld. Fuck
vampires?
Seinfeld. Huh?
Isn't that just vampires?
Yeah, vampires.
Seinfeld.
I hear it. Seinfeld's not funny.
Yeah.
What?
Fuck Seinfeld,
Seinfeld's
bro.
not funny.
Yeah, and fuck Jerry Seinfeld too.
Yeah.
Why?
We'll tell you later.
And Trent Arnold.
No, Trent Arnold. Terrence Arnold.
North Terrence Arnold.
Maybe Gav's got this crazy conspiracy about how Trent's joining the North Terrace. Fucking.
imagine how-
He also
With
said
Chris
celery
Melbo.
in there for some reason. But yeah, they love coming out the woodworks. I saw it a lot when Arsenal beat Real Madrid. I was like, fuck,
Bad.
you're an Arsenal fan? What the fuck's going on here?
That was unbelievable.
Just in world football.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I don't know what. No, you go, and then if there's enough time, I'll
Wait. And you're jumping onto another subject now. Do you want to say anything more about South Melbourne and Esteban? Before we finish it?
Gavin, give us the goss. Who's going to be head
So
coach?
basically, from what I know, he's got the sack,
Yep.
which is crazy because second division is coming along.
Yep. He's Argentinian.
They don't have a replacement as of now,
Yep.
and they're struggling on the table. So whoever comes in is either going to be short term or they really need to fight to get into top six to make finals at least. And then they've got B division. Like whoever comes in has so much on their plate to get them back to where they need to be.
Heard any names?
I can't mention.
I heard a few.
Okay, mention them.
I don't know. Actually, I didn't sign a fucking contract. People were saying there's like current NPL managers at clubs that are doing well that are considering
I wonder
the move.
Chris Taylor.
Can't. I doubt it.
No?
Well,
I
if
wonder,
was
man. Because what you just described about South Melbourne's position right now, they are probably desperate. And they may be putting some money forward for a good coach.
I heard
because there's such big things coming forward. Like for the club,
they need to do something.
They need someone big. They almost need Sam Allardyce to come over.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Sam.
Well done, Gav.
Yeah, I knew that name.
Yep.
That is the kind of guy that manages a club that's struggling.
Big fucking
That's
Sam.
going to be an interesting little few months. When is it? October.
Yeah.
They got till October.
I'm available.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to ask, Rash, would you ever go into coaching? And the only reason I say this...
He couldn't do content.
And like I know now you're still young, whatever, but the other day when you gave advice to someone about how to... It was like a small piece of advice and you were like, go into a tackle quickly. Like, don't send your leg all this. I was telling Jerome after, I was like, Rash is really good at coaching because all the years that... I mean, I obviously never played at crazy level, whatever. But I was a defender. I never heard anybody ever give me that advice. And I was like, that is the best advice I've ever
Rash
heard.
is a great coach.
Yeah.
Hence why he
Thanks, bro.
worked as a coach.
Yeah, like as in, would you ever go into coaching men's football? Is what I mean.
I mean, no, probably not. I'm loving what I'm doing at the moment,
fair.
man. It's
I
very
think-
restrictive. Like,
I
it
think,
kind of
yeah.
goes back to the thing of being a player. And
you're
it's like
boxed.
you got to just do that. You can't be doing content and being like a freaking podcaster.
I think
just
coach-
at the same time.
Coach-wise would be so difficult because you have so many little pieces that you have to deal with, especially depending the level, like A-League and NPL.
Close to the
NPL
mic,
would be
bro. Close to the mic.
NPL would
No,
be
it's good.
crazy hard.
I think to some extent, those kind of jobs can be harder than the higher jobs in some ways.
Yeah, they are.
You know?
Like managing a friggin' national league team in England, trying to get out, that stuff is fucking
Well,
stressful.
like, I mean, obviously the situation now with like Brisbane Raw, managing that team, imagine managing that team right now. Like that is so much, I don't want to say harder. It's hard or just as hard in a different way.
It's a different hard.
type of hard, yeah.
Yeah. You know, because you don't have...
Yeah, no.
And that's a little bit of a segue into our next topic, maybe? Did you want to say something about word football? Sorry.
Yeah, just Champions League. I know we haven't touched on it much, but that's heating up. My money is on...
I'll say this: if Arsenal win the Champions League, I'll get them tattooed on me.
I personally feel like they can,
And it would be nice to see them win. Even as a Barca fan, it would be nice to see
but I want Barca to win.
them.
Nah.
Can
And
I
that's weird coming from me because because really the worst officiated game of all time was Barca and Chelsea of all time.
Essentially, yeah.
But
Fucking disgrace.
this new crop of Barca,
Yeah, crazy.
Kubasi, Yamal, like the young boys, they're sick
Even
cunts.
Rafinha is fun to watch. This
Yeah, we
he's
could have
been
signed him, but
turned
we signed
into a
Mudryk.
Freak. Champions League, this because it's funny enough, I want to talk about this as well. Do you know how this season is obviously the first season of this new format, yeah? That shit has worked incredibly.
You reckon?
The Final Four, right? 3 of the Final 4 ranked 2, 3, 4
Okay.
at the table. So clearly the teams that played the best football
Are there.
in the position of winning the tournament
Well, yeah,
now that it's at the end.
Four really good teams there.
Yeah, it's like it's actually, and it's been the best Champions League
Like
in the
Tottenham's
last
up there.
5 years.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Both
In
legs,
terms of knockout,
both legs,
everything.
Real and Arsenal were insane.
Bro, beautiful, just
Good
exciting
football.
to watch.
Yeah.
The other games were exciting.
Yeah,
to
we
watch.
did that to Real first in COVID.
Not everything's about you guys. Bro.
Yes, it is. Rash, I read this book once
Jerome bleeds blue.
that said if you make everything about you,
It's about you.
it's about you.
Yeah. And that was written by
How
Andrew,
to be a narcissist
Andrew Tate.
101.
Nah, fuck Tate.
Where is Tate?
It was written by Tristan Tate.
Hey, I wonder, bro. You know, I think I told you guys this at the start. Sorry to segue again,
No,
guys,
you're good.
but
You know what?
When I
That'll
did,
be
I
fine.
did a post about Andrew Tate like a
ago.
year ago, or 18 months ago, or something.
Still gets.
And I was disagreeing with something that he was saying, and just by saying his name, bro, my account got warned.
Yeah.
By mentioning his name, bro.
That's not
So I
right.
wonder if we get demonetized just by mentioning the name. That's crazy.
Just on that, the post we did with Sushi Mango, which was 2 months ago, brother, let me... Can you guys stop having a fucking race war in the comments.
It's going crazy in
Is
there.
it?
isn't
Like,
it?
I love
it's
seeing
not that
though.
deep. The point was that it's nice to hold on to some of your traditions. No one's saying you don't need to assimilate into Australian culture. No one's saying that you don't need to, like, it's not that deep, man. Yeah. Like, you've got Aussies in there saying shit like,
You don't like
well,
it, go back.
Yeah, the point of it is to be Australian, mate. But then you got like the ethnics in there going, oh, yeah, like, and they're saying that. It's like, mate, just relax. It's just a funny thing to be like.
How funny is it when you
We don't
see
dance
people,
at weddings.
bro? When you see people fighting in the comments, when they're like, "You can't say that." Yes, I can.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
I think that people that comment on shit are losers. Hold on.
Yeah. Yep.
Let me finish the sentence.
Clearly, he doesn't run the social media.
Yeah,
for
that's
Let me
a
finish.
wild thing to say about our Buddhists.
Let me finish. If you're commenting something constructive or positive, I think it's fine.
or even even critical to an extent.
Even critical. Like, if I
Like, if someone
I have absolutely
disagrees,
no problem with if I say a take and someone says, disagree, here's why. Well, that's fine. The corniest thing is when I will go onto other apps. Okay, we've all done it. But I really try to make a conscious effort. Even if a video infuriates me to the point of fucking just banging my head through my TV, I think it is so corny to comment under videos. Yes, I've tweeted hate before, but that's not directly to someone. I think commenting under videos is the most cornball shit if you're going to be negative. Have you seen a video that's pissed you off and you've decided to sit there all day and comment underneath it?
No, but it's because people have no life. The
Well,
people that
that's
do that
the
have
thing,
no
you're
life.
jobless.
Isn't it the
Yeah.
craziest thing that it's something like 70 or 80% more likely people are to comment something negative than something positive?
Really?
Because the flip side is, even if I think something is really good, unlikely that I'm going to
Neither.
Yeah.
So
Neither.
that's
Unless I'm
wild.
like congratulating someone or whatever. Like today I did it. Someone was at WrestleMania that I know from Australia. I'm like, fucking hectic.
Yeah.
But like, that's fine. But I'm talking about, bro, this is why I stay away from TikTok in terms of scrolling. If I see someone that I think is a dickhead, a fuckwit, stupid, whatever, I'll send it to my mates, 100%.
Yeah, I send them to you.
100%. Yeah, you send them to me all the time.
And he just sends back saying, ruined my evening. Thanks, bro.
yeah. That's a thing. And you know that's happening when the post has 100 likes and 17,000 shares. Right? Which is what they did with my Stone Island post.
Yeah, and you were like, what's going on here?
Yeah, what happened
He
to
put
that?
it on the stories.
It's like,
What the fuck happened to that?
bro,
Actually, like, does it
You
have
know what's so funny
Bro,
but sad?
what the
I know he got so insecure about it, and I can't blame him. I would be.
yeah, but you know why?
It's like, what's the conversation being had about me?
But the thing is, I took this when we had barely any followers.
Yeah.
When I had like 1,000 followers.
Surely that was wrong.
What? Like, okay, a few people saying, oh, look, I don't know what they're looking at, but it's like, haha, look at Jerome to fuck with. But 690
Yeah,
people?
that's
Was it
far.
that many?
More probably.
Can we get it up, bro?
Well, yeah, I'll
That's
tell you
crazy. I
I'll
thought
tell
it
you
was
exact
more.
stat. For
I
those,
thought it was more. I thought it was like 1.5.
no. Oh, sorry, I put a bit of sauce on it. It was 618.
That's a lot
Shares.
of reshares,
For a photo,
Yeah.
bro, for a photo, the fact that you're not even talking.
I'm not even doing anything. I'm just standing there.
Can you put that as your freaking display picture, please?
Yeah, I might, but then they might just actually run up the algorithms. I don't give a fuck.
That's the best, bro.
But at the time,
Bro,
I was
that's
thinking
crazy.
what the hell? Like, okay, 10, 20, even 30. Ha ha ha, Jerome's a fucking lame. Okay, cool. First of all, why are you following me? Second of all, I get that. Because I do it to people. I'll send their post being like, what the fuck? 618?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's like, more, at the time, that was probably like nearly 30 to 40% of my following.
Yeah.
Like, that many people think I'm a fucking loser?
Oh, bro.
Maybe. But
what was it? Just one photo?
yeah, it was just me.
Fuck.
That's the best.
That's
man. That needs
hectic.
to be your profile photo,
Yeah,
please, bro.
Put it on your resume.
with the things.
Weird.
What
But
were you going to say about Champions League? Sorry.
Like, before we get back to that, the commenting stuff, like, if I see, like, I just think people saying go kill yourself and all that is so weird.
Yeah, it's
so weird.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm the biggest hater out there. You guys know this, but just be a bit more tactful about your hate. There's one guy that I know that is the biggest hater in the world, but he's so tactful about it and nobody knows.
Really?
really.
Yeah.
Do you think that's more classy?
It's super classy.
It's incredibly.
He's a
classy.
silent killer.
Ignorance is bliss.
You would not be able to guess who this person
Yeah.
is.
So he's the biggest piece of shit, and he just hides it.
One of.
Potentially.
Really?
One of. But then
Wow.
you'll never know. And I genuinely think, this is going to sound weird because people do the whole, I'd rather you say it to my face. No. I'd rather you not tell me to go off myself. I'd rather you keep that to yourself.
Also, people are crazy online with the stuff. We've got a similar video that, like, for ours, that's been doing for like 2-3 weeks now. Endless comments. Literally, as we started recording this, I got called the N-word in a comment.
Oh, cool.
But it's only because all my co-hosts are black.
That's mad.
Is this the
Which is
Drake one?
mental. No, it's
What?
something to do with Australia.
Okay.
What the fuck? Yeah, people. I mean, that's social media, man. You're reaching. Like, that's the beauty of it. You get to you can reach such a big audience, but you reach into the depths of humanity, bro.
Like, again, I know people are going to be listening to this saying, Jerome of all people saying that. Today I tweeted, fuck The Rock. Yeah, I did.
What the hell? I said
Holy
the same thing earlier today.
Did ya?
Yeah. Not even around. I just don't find him that cool.
Yeah, fuck The Rock. But that was because of what happened at WrestleMania. But
Fair.
to comment on
Under
someone's
his thing.
Bro, even people that celebrities, it's going to sound weird. I almost understand more because you think they're not going to see it.
Bad.
When you do it to low-level creators, they're going to see it.
Yeah. Like, this is my life.
Yeah, they're going to see it.
This is the biggest
And
thing
there's
in my
some
life.
people that shouldn't have access to any app.
Well, that's where
But
I
still.
think the social media of the actual app and the platform need to be better. They probably have gotten better, but it's
The
still
thing is, Gav, though,
so deep.
the thing is, then you get to the side of like, what's the point of having a speech platform where I can't say what I want?
Yeah,
And then you start to get these Elon Musk red pill weird cunts where it's like they're saying whatever Kanye's saying on Twitter, and then it's like,
Social media
okay,
is my North Terrence.
yeah,
Well, you know what's crazy? This is totally
Crazy.
off topic. But have you guys watched Black Mirror?
I've just
Nah,
started.
fuck. Can we not go off topic even further?
Bro,
What's
some of the
your
shit
point
on
on
that-
Hey guys,
Champions
we'll
League?
talk about Black Mirror on Patreon.
Yeah, what's your point on Champions League?
My point on Champions League is that it's getting tasty. Unfortunately, I feel like Arsenal are going to win it. It's going to... Bro, if I have to deal with Liverpool winning the league and Arsenal winning the Champions League, horrible year for me. Horrible year. But my one saving grace is I think Barca can do them, but it's going to be a tasty run-in. We may do something Champions League-esque. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
Nothing too much. Nothing too much. We'll see what happens. We'll see which teams get in.
Yeah.
You guys want to know something fun? I entered
Nah.
this competition on winning 2 tickets to the Champions
Oh,
League
I do that
finals.
every year.
Yeah. And you know who I decided in my mind I'll take with me if I win? Jerome. I don't think
Get
I don't
fucked!
think anybody in my life would enjoy it more.
Bro,
Oh,
wait, how
man.
crazy is this? Last night,
That's beautiful,
That,
bro.
hold on. I'm so sorry, Gav, not to be rude. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
bro.
Go, Gav. Sorry.
bro, last night, just because I was just on the internet, you know,
Okay.
and I go, Arsenal in the semis. How much is it for me to get there?
Oh, it's a lot.
Bro. Firstly, it's in Germany,
Yep.
Bayern Munich Stadium.
Yep.
The minimum of a ticket is $7,000.
But where were you looking? Was that a resale site?
No, it was a proper ticket store.
Yeah, that's resale, Gav. Because
Because the actual
proper
tickets for
ticket
football
store.
is never that crazy.
Gav, there'll be members and fans that would have been able to get tickets for a couple hundred.
But this was for the final, and I was looking at semi-final. Like
Yeah,
I'm not
it's-
looking
bro,
at.
it's
I'm looking
fucked.
for the final.
It's fucked.
And the max.
Yeah, but that's because they're sold out, though, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. It was saying there was like still.
No, but they're
No,
resale.
that's resale,
They're-
bro. It wouldn't
But
be-
still, like,
It's
let's
a
just
lot.
say it,
Yeah,
because you don't know your team's going to get there, and I'm
Yeah.
assuming Arsenal are going to get there, being in the semis. They still got to play 2 more legs, right? Minimum 7,000, maximum. I was like, fuck it, let's just go hard. 85,000.
Yeah, that's...
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
but that's because
fuck.
someone's hoping that you stuff up.
Someone's
Oh, yeah, 8,500, I'll buy
Bro.
that, and then realise that
That was
can't get
that was
that.
like a proper box office. Bro, but then I was thinking about it. Like, if you're a die-hard fan. Arsenal never won Champions League.
That's true. Yeah, if you're a millionaire,
What are you
pay
paying? Like,
yeah.
did we ever have this talk?
We had this discussion
about like the World Cup final, about going there. What would the price tag be?
Yeah, we did, and it was something about what was it?
No, I think our convo
comparison between.
I think our convo was: would you rather have $500,000 or watch Chelsea win?
Yeah. So that's what is it worth to you? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think,
but like Champions League final. And the thing what was annoying me is like if I actually wanted to go, I probably couldn't because it wouldn't be worth the money that I could spend in my life that I'm making. But then if you're a true fan and you've just got like a 9 to 5, you make 60,000 a year, bro, you can't go.
I know what Gav's saying, but let me give you guys some context on tickets because I've been to a few big-ish games. Obviously, nothing like a Champions League
Not
final.
a lie. If you don't understand it, it's probably the hardest thing to
It's
try
very
and
hard.
get hold of or understand.
It's
or
very
anything.
hard.
Tickets in European football, especially English and Champions League.
Very hard.
Spanish is easy. Just go buy a ticket. You'll get it.
This might be a good segment. I might break this down for you
I
guys.
actually went to watch Arsenal Sporting playing Champions League when I was living in Portugal. And obviously, they were easy to get. But it was early stages, group stages we're talking about. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys... Actually, this might be a decent informative because I know a lot of our listeners travel and they want to go watch football overseas. I'm going to give you guys my personal tips on how to get tickets for big European games, etc. Now, this might not always work, but how it works is every tourist you see, or most tourists you see at games in the Prem or La Liga or whatever, they've gone and spent $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 on tickets. Resell, ticket touts. Number one, you can't always trust them.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, it's worked for me once because I took a risk because it wasn't too much money. So I was happy to lose it if it maybe gave me the chance to go. So I got in trouble big time in the Chelsea ticket group on Facebook because I said the worst thing, and that is I'll pay whatever for a ticket. First of all, don't say that.
And then you just got slammed.
I got slammed by the group admins and everything for saying this is the problem with football. It's people like you fucking willing to pay whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it as in I'm spending $4 or $5 grand on flights and accommodation.
I want to go to the game.
I'll do anything to go to the game.
Yeah.
So I learnt that's the wrong thing to do. What you want to do is, A, check if there are Facebook fan groups where they sell tickets. Now, if you get accepted into that group, what people usually do is they say, can I vouch for this person? And then someone will comment yes, or someone will comment no. As soon as you get commented no, you're out of the group. I got tickets to Chelsea Man United, Chelsea Tottenham, and Chelsea Arsenal, which is very hard to do. I got them all at cost price. I didn't pay a cent over. To go to those...
So are those people members that are giving you the ticket?
Yes.
Or what
So
is it?
they are either season ticket holders or members that have
can't
tickets
go.
that can't make it.
And this is within the Facebook group.
Yes.
They're selling it to you.
Yes. So like, again, it's risky because you go over there and it's like, if I can get tickets, I can get tickets. So that's worked for me multiple times.
Can I just ask just on that, is it even a viable option at all to buy direct from a seller, like a legit seller, Chelsea or whatever it is?
Okay. Yes, but this is how that aspect works. So to buy direct from the club, I'll give you guys examples of times I've done that. I bought direct for Man United versus Burnley. Okay? Why it was easy-ish for me is because A, it's not a Category A game. Burnley are a newly promoted side and it's not a big fixture for Man United. It's a Tuesday night game at 8 o'clock. The process I had to do for Man United was I had to buy a club membership, which was like $50 or something. That doesn't get you tickets. That's a club membership. Then I had to wait until general tickets went on sale and I bought them that way. That's a thing. Bro, I got lucky with this one, but I went to Spurs Man City at the new Tottenham Stadium. I bought that on the Spurs website the day of the game.
Wow.
That was a bit lucky, right? That was very lucky. That's how I got those ones. Also, you can pay those extreme prices that I spoke about and risk it, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I went to West Ham Liverpool. The people in front of me got barred, and they were Aussies. I was like, oh my God.
So they had bought a ticket, a fake ticket.
They must have, because they're like, we're not letting you through, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But then again, I went to a Bundesliga game and I went on one of these ticket tout sites and I took the risk because it was only 40, 50 euros and it worked. So if you want to take the risk, that's there. Bro, I went to 2 Chelsea games during the restrictions. So Chelsea weren't allowed to sell tickets. So the only way I could get in was buying hospitality. Do you know how much they costed? $800 a ticket.
Oh my God.
Right.
But what did you have to do? Make the food for them?
No, fuck.
Hospitality.
What do you mean hospitality?
Hospitality is like, so pre-game, we get to go into this like restaurant. There's a little buffet.
So it's like VIP.
So it's not box seats, is it?
Not box, no.
It's like VIP.
You get like a little buffet, you get a few free drinks, and you get like an ex-Chelsea player comes in and talks to you for a bit, and then you just go watch the game in the West Stand.
Yeah.
So
Goodness.
another way to get them is to obviously, the best way and the cleanest way is to know season ticket members or to get in those Facebook groups. And man, look, if you want to take a risk with meeting people, this is how I got tickets to Dortmund. Went in the Dortmund fan group. I said, guys, I'm coming from Australia. This is my situation. I'd love to go to a Dortmund game. I don't care which game.
I'm a massive Dortmund fan.
No, I didn't even say that. It depends what club you go to. Dortmund are very worldly. I said, I'd love to. A guy, Holger Engelager, messages me.
Shout
Sounds
out.
like a beer.
Holger Engelager, man.
Holger Engelager.
And he's going to be our centre forward for our fake football club.
Bro, I don't know because he's cross-eyed.
Well, he'll just see it in reverse.
Yeah. But anyway. He won't listen to this. That's all right. Shout out Holger. Bro, he said hello.
Hello.
By the way, I was doing
Hello.
Google Translate.
Yeah,
'cause
Harlow.
Harlow.
Hello.
And this is when Dortmund had Sancho and Haaland playing.
Good
Right? It was
Oh,
mad
prime.
team.
Yeah.
Right? It was mad team.
See, I understand now.
You understand? I understand now.
I understand it now.
He goes, yep, I'll get you and your friends tickets. I'm like, this is so risky. But I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to trust humanity for once in my life.
Yeah.
Bro, we had the best time.
Really?
Me and my mate Ryan, we took the bus from Cologne to Dortmund. We get there. Big fucking Holger Engelager. He's taller than me. Big German boy. He's at the petrol station and he goes,
Sniffing
boys,
petrol.
he goes, boys, it's time for beers. In Germany, you can drink on public transport.
Yeah, right.
Straight away, he buys us beers. We're drinking on the bus, on the train. We get to the stadium. He goes, boys, we're going to the Dortmund pub. We go in there. He's buying us shots. I'm like, we're going to get kidnapped.
Yeah, it's got to be something going to happen here.
Bro, we went straight in behind the goals. And he just looked after us. And he's like, here you go, boys.
Bro, isn't that crazy, man?
yeah.
When humanity is good,
It's
it's
the
so
best. It's the
surprising
best.
because you're like, nah, something's got to happen here. He's got to kill us at the end.
Yeah.
Germans-
His eyes got to go normal and then kill us.
You thought.
Yeah.
Germans?
He's gonna-
He probably had no friends. And he's like, fuck yeah.
Nah, bro,
but-
we got his tickets because they were meant to be his, I don't know, but bro, the people I met at that Dortmund game.
Okay, Germans are the nicest people.
Nah,
When
nah,
you're
nah, nah,
the-
nah, nah,
Wait,
nah,
no,
nah,
no,
nah.
no.
Reverse.
No. Wait.
I don't believe that.
Wait, when I was in Berlin, everybody was so nice. And I was like, maybe this is what happens when you've been really bad to other people. You
Bro.
go, you know what? We should be nice now.
I met some of the rudest cunts in my life in Germany.
Really? Maybe it's you.
Can I just clarify on the Chelsea Facebook group?
Yeah.
Why were they so angry at you that you were saying I'll pay anything? Is it because
Okay.
then there's these
You
people that
create the-
drive
you
the
create
prices
market,
up?
yeah.
Yeah. Drive the prices up, and there is this, some people look at it as xenophobia, where it's like, we don't want tourists coming to the game. A lot of Chelsea fans mean, or what a lot of football fans, I shouldn't say Chelsea fans, mean is we don't want anyone that don't look like us here.
Which is?
White.
Really?
Well, bro, where
Is
are
it-
the
is
tourists coming from? They're coming from China, India, they're coming from
Also,
Africa.
Chelsea's known as being one of the more
Reverse.
racially divided
We used to
clubs.
be worse.
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
used
oh,
to be.
really?
It's known for being one of the most.
So,
yeah.
okay, so there's
We used to be.
hatred towards those people that are coming to those games, even if they're Chelsea fans, but they're international Chelsea fans.
If you, bro, when I went to Spurs Man City,
Well, it makes sense.
when I went to Spurs Man City, there was so many Koreans because of Son. Like thousands, right? Now, some fans look at that like, hold on, if you're just going to come here for one player and bring out your phone and that's all you're here to do, you're fucking the atmosphere.
For one player,
right?
That kind of makes sense.
But then again, like, I can't talk. I went to so many games that I wasn't a fan of, but then when I went to Chelsea, I made sure, hey, I'm here. I'm in the shed end. I've got to chant. I've got to be abusive. I've got to fucking... And they respected it. Like, people were saying, mate, where are you boys from? I said, Australia. I go, you know what I fucking like about Australians? They're not politically correct. Really? And I was like, oh, shit, you're so racist.
They've got a bit of North Terrace in there.
Yeah. And then I ended up adding those guys on Facebook or whatever. That's because I was being abusive.
So they...
I don't know where to go with this.
No, I was getting to Arsenal. I'm like, you fucking cunts. Like, it was mad.
Hey, I don't want to enter this discussion.
Yeah, let's
ask
not.
let's move on.
No, it was nothing racist or homophobic.
Yeah.
No, but I was going to say, why? What's the difference?
The difference is if you say, fuck you, cunt.
Yeah, what's the difference with hate, bro? Hate's hate.
It is, but that is more
not
personalised
always,
and slash something you
I
can't
know, but
control.
it's hate, bro.
Basically, imagine...
So what about
Rash.
you saying you bald, you fat, you...
Rash,
Yeah,
imagine...
but like, okay.
That's why I don't want to get into this discussion.
You can go Turkey.
Some of the things you can pick to be an Arsenal fan. You can pick to be a Chelsea fan. You can pick to be whatever. You can't pick to be whatever race you are. You know what I mean? It's a different level.
I shouldn't have used the word abusive. That sounded...
No, but you...
I was just...
passionate.
Yeah, like someone trips a player. You fucking dog. Like,
Yeah, okay,
yeah, it wasn't anything like, hey, I know about your sister's disease. Like,
Goodness.
that's a bit fun.
That would be
But
abuse,
there
and
are
you
But
some
see,
fans...
this is why I was saying the political...
Yes. There's a line.
Where's the line?
Well, I don't know, Rash. That's for you to make for yourself.
Sensei
Yeah. Where's the line?
with his eyes closed.
All right. Let's get into this. This is the big news of the week. The big news of the week. On Friday last week, the APL announced some significant changes to the league's operations.
Dun dun.
Dun, dun. So, the APL have come out last Friday, and they have said that currently the cap is a soft cap at 2.55 million plus 6 concessions. And it's going to be changed to a $3 million hard cap. So to explain what that is for you guys as well, first I'll explain what the soft cap is. Each team is currently allowed to spend 2.55 million plus 6 concessions.
What's concessions?
So the 6 concessions are players paid outside the cap, and they are marquee players, which clubs, because everyone knows what marquee players are, designated players, which was introduced to attract high-profile talent. Clubs were allowed up to 2 designated players, each earning between 300,000 and 600,000, whose salary caps were not included in the cap. Guest players, so short-term signings permitted to play for a limited number of matches, typically up to 14 games. Homegrown players, up to 4 under-23 players developed through a club's youth system could have their salaries fully exempted from the cap. Loyalty players, players who had spent 10 or more consecutive seasons at a club, could have up to 50% of their salary excluded from the cap. And scholarship players, clubs could register up to 16 scholarship players, typically younger or developing talent.
So no one's in the fucking cap.
So there's a lot of players that would be
Lee Broxham.
like, for example, Sydney FC right now would have a lot of concessions, right?
Yeah.
So the current arrangements have created an even competition, but have not prevented clubs from spending beyond their means. That's what the APL come out and said. So now the new changes are. Oh, by the way, I will say, with what's currently happening, the current salary cap, the soft cap, and all that stuff, the PFA have released a statement saying the average payments per club in the 2023 to 2024 season were 4.8 million. That's what they've been paying.
Double the cap.
Yeah, well over 1.3.
well over.
Well over. So now the new changes are as follows. A hard cap of $3 million is the end goal that they want to get to. But obviously, because currently there's players that are like on 2-year contracts and stuff like that, so there's like a gradual change that they're wanting to implement. So for the 2025-2026 season, the maximum cap is 3.5 million. That's a hard cap, so there's no exempted players outside that. Includes scholarship players, includes agent fees, includes relocation. So if anyone out there is listening and don't know, currently there is like payments that you get as a player if you change to a new state or a new city or something. They will give you a relocation fee. That's all in the cap now, and only one marquee. So that's one player paid outside the cap. So 3.5 million, one marquee paid outside the cap. So then in the 2026-2027 season, they're pushing for a $3 million cap. Again, includes scholarships, includes all the concessions in that cap. One marquee paid outside the cap.
So basically, for the next 2 seasons, they're trying to go, the only person being paid outside the salary cap is one marquee player.
One marquee.
That's it.
Yes.
Is that going to make it worse or better?
Wow.
Well, so I'll unpack that a little bit. This is interesting. The regulations will also be introduced to mandate a minimum number of younger players in squads, which will force clubs to sign a minimum of 6 under-21 players by 2026-2027 and to continue to promote talent from their academies. I don't know if you heard about that part. So the minimum spend, by the way, is 2.25 million. That will not change. And I think one of the interesting things on that is like, currently there is, talking about the smaller clubs, the Brisbane Roars, the Newcastles, like no one's spending anywhere near that. Apparently.
Factually?
Apparently.
Okay. Yep.
Apparently. I don't know. Yep. I don't know. Don't yell at me. Apparently, but there's clubs out there, the smaller clubs, that are not spending the cap currently. And then there's these clubs that are spending way more. I believe. I don't know Sydney FC's numbers, but I saw something. It's pretty high.
That's crazy, isn't it?
I think in the basic, most simple terms, is what it means is we're going hardcore export league, which for those for those people that don't know, we literally just want to produce Aussie talent and sell. We want to produce, sell, produce, sell, produce, sell, produce, sell. You're going to have one marquee player, which you're going to have to really think about. Are they worth it? What position they play, if they bring in fans, whatever, how old they are. But it's going to go into a hardcore export league. Now, whether it makes it better or worse, it depends on your outlook on what you deem better or worse. Better in the sense that you're going to have more Australians, more young kids promoted playing professional football, which may mean we produce better talent on the world stage or for the national team or whatever. Worse in the sense that you're not going to be able to strengthen your squad with foreign talent like the league has done for many years. You know, you look at all the championship winning sides, their marquee players played a fucking huge role.
And it drives the quality of the league up.
Your Broiches, your Barishas, your Adam Lafondras, your shit, everything.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Now, there's another part to this, which is obviously, for those that don't know, the PFA, which is the Players Football Association, have what's called a collective bargaining agreement with the A-League, which has certain stipulations in it on what's allowed to happen with the cap, what's allowed to happen with the concessions and all this stuff. This agreement was made and is valid up until end of 2026. So, meaning that the A-League can't actually come out and say this stuff. They can't actually change anything right now. The APL. Yeah. The APL cannot actually change anything right now because they have this agreement, contractual agreement with the PFA, which, by the way, how this decision comes about is the PFA fight on the behalf of the players to stop stuff happening like we spoke about last week about how Brisbane weren't paying their players, how clubs don't pay their superannuation and things like that. So it holds the clubs accountable to certain standards and protects the players. Now, the players when the APL have something like this, have a new introduction of something that they want to implement, the PFA can't actually also agree on something before getting a vote from the players. So, judging by the PFA's press release, Bo Bush released a statement on this. It sounds like the APL didn't really even discuss this with the PFA before coming out and saying it publicly, which is crazy. I'm not necessarily saying it's the wrong thing to do or anything like that. We can discuss that. But it doesn't seem to be discussed with the PFA nor with the players. Shall I read out the statement, the PFA statement?
Yes.
I'll read out some of it. It's pretty long.
Summarise.
Simply put, the APL are unable to unilaterally impose these conditions on the players without their agreement, which has certainly not been provided. There is a CBA in place for next season. Any changes would have to be agreed with the players, and until today, they haven't even been discussed.
So basically, this is so stupid. So basically, the APL is trying to change a rule, trying to change the rules. The PFA are saying, no, you can't do it because we didn't agree to it. But then the players could turn around and say, well, the only way you can agree to it is by asking us to vote on it.
Yes, but the PFA, it's run by the players for the players. That's the motto, I believe. The PFA are saying, you can't, to the APL, you can't do anything until we agree, and we can't agree with you until we've spoken to the players.
The main point, I can't believe I missed this before. The main point of this is to save the league. The APL feels like, from my understanding, that if they put these new rules in place with the hard salary cap and only the one marquee player and all that, they feel like clubs will have a better chance at surviving because right now,
some clubs are absolutely dominating and some are just...
Well, that's the thing. So, good point, Gav. So, the clubs at the top... So that are spending and that have money, so like Auckland, Victory, Sydney, they might be thinking, fuck, because all these years we've relied on our spending power and our to bring in foreign talent, to bolster the squad. But then the clubs that are struggling financially might be like, oh, thank God, it's a bit more even now. It's a bit more of a level playing field.
Yes and no. It's very weird one because even these clubs that might be spending the cap, say for example, I don't know if Victoria is spending the cap, but they came out financially with their financial release saying they're losing they lost $10 million.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of clubs out there that maybe the quote bigger clubs that again are exceeding their spending capacity. So yes, the APL, the reason they're doing this is to come in and basically stop these clubs, whether it's the small clubs from struggling too much or the big clubs from exceeding their spending limits. It's to stop that disparity happening. You know?
Yeah, and it happens all the time in Europe where, owners have gone bankrupt and clubs have gone into admin because they haven't followed the guidelines or rules of what you should spend on it. Because once clubs start dropping like flies, it fucks the whole pyramid. And it's going to be very hard for them to recreate that and resurrect. So I get it. They are trying to save the clubs and it's going to be more, I guess, economical. But the football might take a hit, or probably will take a hit, because you're not having these I don't even want to call them superstars, but...
External motivators.
Yeah.
But when I'm thinking about it also though, like, all right, obviously the spending will change, but are we really attracting top-level European talent at the moment?
Not top level, but like names.
Are we?
Well, this year, I think Douglas Costa, I was probably wrong about him. He's been incredible for Sydney.
Yeah, but you can still have one marquee, let's say.
Yeah, you can. But then you got to look at Sydney's...
He's a unit. Him and
Mata
are a unicorn. But like the rest of the internationals...
Look at Sydney, you got Joe Lolly, Klamala, and...
Okay, they're good players. I'm not saying they're not good players. But would you say that's like we're attracting...
No,
we're going to now sacrifice bringing in big talented players...
Bro, let's be real.
Because the cap's going down?
Let's be real. The A-League is not attracting anyone right now that anyone is looking at.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I was going to say. Anybody, even the marquee signings and stuff, they're tail-end players, right? Like, it's like Respectfully,
my
you're coming
point
here
is,
before you retire.
my point is, those tail end players can make a world of difference in the A League.
Of course.
So it's still gonna impact the quality, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But maybe not as bad as some people think, because I still think like you just look at Lawrence Wong, Romani, and fucking Caputo.
That's where I think maybe because they've seen the result of how the youth have come through this year and last year, and they've gone, actually, you know what we need to do? We need to focus on the league, make it a production line, like what we've been saying, how it should be, right? And just focus on all our youngsters, what's coming through, plant the seed, and let them grow.
I think that is what's the word I'm looking for? That is the safety net, but really the answer is we need to fucking keep these clubs alive.
Yeah, I think it's that. Because, I mean, like, how many times has the APL
And that's the positive of it.
Yeah.
and pay these, like,
Yeah.
freaking...
Yeah.
these debts of these clubs to save them and help them and this kind of stuff. I don't know if it's the APL. I don't know the details, but
No, I know what you
basically
mean.
clubs
Yeah.
financially struggling and someone having to come and save them.
Yeah.
We don't need a league where the governing body is paying the wages of the different clubs. Like what? No. Again, it's easier said than done. I'd probably, if I had a week in office, the shit would fold straight out. So I'm not saying that I'm a know-it-all in this scenario, but yeah, I think that is their sort of politically correct answer of, hey, look, there's a positive to it, but really it's like, if we don't do this, they're going to fucking blow up.
Yeah, because as a production line, right, like you could still have the production line element
Yes.
with bringing in big talent, and then you're just going to play Lawrence Wong in a situation where there's really good players around him.
Yeah.
So it's not, I don't know if it's that. It's possibly going to give those ones that are maybe not as talented more of an opportunity, so we may be able to sell more. But I think the super talented ones are still
gonna come through,
same
yes.
boat.
Yeah.
Probably the super talented ones are probably going to lose out a bit because the quality of the league's not strong enough,
I think
I would say.
there is a positive of maybe players that were overlooked in the past
Yeah.
might get a chance and be sort of hidden gems.
Yeah, I agree.
And end up becoming like, oh, we didn't even look at him. But because we almost had to play him, we had no choice because we can't sign foreign players, then fuck. Like that might be an option. And then they go up to do amazing things.
Yeah, I think that will
there's
happen.
pros and cons, but if they truly feel that at the end of the day they have no other choice to keep the league alive, then so be it. That's what it has to be.
The funny part about this, and not funny in a ha-ha way, but like strange part is that how can they come out and make a statement
Without even asking.
without even asking when they've got a legally binding contract?
But you know what? Rash, Australian football does not surprise me. This is normal. Again, it's just another layer of fragmentation.
Yeah.
Lucky
Like,
there's no salary cap on the NPL.
Oh, by the way, on the fragmentation thing, there's someone that I'm going to hammer so soon, and Jake's holding me back.
Fuck, that was sick. That was like a wrestling promo. Yeah. I'll back the shit out of Rash. Pause. But I will back up Rash when the time comes through because
I'm right behind him.
Yeah. Just
I have
know
no
we're coming
ties.
for you, and Jake's holding us back.
just know.
Right. Jerome's got the cream pie on his hands.
All right.
Far out, man. We got to do amateur ages.
I know.
What are we at?
Bad. I'm about to blow up.
Fuck!
Like an hour 45.
All right, first question. Should I play Stay 4 or Stay 5? Yeah, Stay 3. Next question. Gavin, how do you get over ACL? Oh, basically just do the rehab. Next question.
Make TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a comment the other day of someone saying, like, boys, I love the 3-hour pods. I'd love to be able to listen to them all through, but I have a job. So we're trying to stay under 2 hours for you today.
But shout out those people. Like, yeah, you mad cunts, you work. But like,
But learn how to
cool.
manage your time.
Yeah. But then I got people like my boy Santi. Shout out Santi. That work jobs where they're able to listen to stuff, and they're like, bro, without the long pods, I'd be fucked.
Really?
Yeah, but 2 hours is still a long pod, bro.
3, we do 3.
I know I'm saying if we do 2.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
it's still long.
100%.
If people are actually up to episode, they're you guys are crazy.
Yeah, we love you.
But people are going back, bro. Shout out Milos Degenek.
What? People
was
are going
telling Jake,
back.
he goes, I'm in Serbia and I've binged the episodes.
Oh, wow.
That's a socceroo. He goes on my list.
Shout out,
Yeah,
Mille.
he's a good player now.
You know he's the best centre back.
Only the best players for Jerome are the people that love him.
Life is transactional. Why would I love someone that doesn't acknowledge me?
He read this in Tristan Tate's book again.
Yeah. Life is transactional. Why the fuck would I love? Man, listen. If I go up to an A-League player, oh, you do a podcast? Well, no, you should know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should know. Yeah,
fuck
because
are
everyone's
you
saying
doing?
bravo, and well, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, let's get through these, man.
Bravo Cheech, that was
Bravo,
catchy.
chi.
Bravo.
Bra. All right, we'll try to do a speed run. Okay, because I feel bad leaving questions out, but unfortunately, there's like 150.
Some are not as
We're not
bad as
gonna
others.
we're not gonna do all of them.
We just try to pick out the best.
All right, Jerome, do you reckon your five-a-side team would win State League 1? Here's what I'll say. There's 21 of us. If you pick the best 11, we'd win State 3.
3. I was gonna say 3 as well.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, we'd win State 3. That's the best 11. Yeah. Once you start getting injuries, it gets a bit, you're going. Right, but that's the first 11.
Would you be in the starting 11?
To be fair, I don't. Oh,
Hold on, let me ask Nor. Would Jerome be in the
I'd
starting
be
11
like
if you were the coach?
I'd be like maybe I'd be around 14th to 10th pick. So
What does that mean?
So I could make the bench, or I could just squeeze in. I don't know.
Okay.
Who else plays up top? Book,
Yeah, and he plays actively in.
but he's also got no swag. He's
Yeah,
not a
you
swag.
need-
He's not a swaggy player.
Fair. Okay. He's a great holding player, though,
That's all he can do. Hold up.
which is what you want as a centre
But
forward.
he's got je ne sais quoi. He doesn't have that je ne sais quoi. Fuck you, Book.
Bro, you know what I've just realised about state leagues? All the park are dog parks, dude.
Most of them, yeah.
They're all dog parks.
Kevin can't believe to what he's been relegated
Bro.
to.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Wait, you guys.
Bro, I'm at the game.
When he signed, he didn't realise. Every
Bro,
week he's
dog
having a
parks.
realization
Bro.
of what he's doing now.
Bro, I'm getting to the
Stepping on
ground.
dog shit. It's like, what?
On the day, they're setting up the line,
You have it State League.
and there's people walking their dogs, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yes.
Yeah, at Sandy, after the game finished, we were like having a drink.
Bro,
and
the
talk,
other day,
and then,
a
like,
dog
dogs
run
just
on-
started walking on the field. We're like,
Bro, the other day, mid-game, a dog ran on the pitch.
Bro, there is a full-blown war between Sandy and the residents of Sandringham because they want it to be used as a dog park, and Sandy have fenced it off. I mean, like, fuck you, we're training. Your dogs are ripping up our park.
Wait. Portable fenced it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's mad. So, bro, fuck, take it to a dog park.
That's what they're
Which
saying.
is what it is. Which is what it is.
So basically,
Only prime time on Saturdays. Do we want it, guys?
Nah, like, there are dog parks without fucking goals up. You see people playing there, fuck off.
yeah, fuck.
Bro,
Hey,
So basically,
burps in the mic,
it's
bro.
really nasty, especially
Some,
when I've got the headphones on. It's a lot.
yeah, some listener sympathy, bro.
it's nasty.
Do they like me?
Yes. they're
I don't
tuning
know.
into
The
your
people
show.
that I'm sure there's plenty of people that don't like you burping into the mic.
Just realize that
You
Mila-
walked in here with your asshole out.
Yeah, that was on
Yeah.
the vlog. The
Mad.
BTS.
All right. I think I know who this question's from. What are your thoughts on the NPL player visa rule? 3 visa players and the goalkeeper must be Australian. I've said this 100 times. It's a fucking stupid rule.
Yeah, well, I'm really disappointed that the goalkeepers are not allowed to be visas now.
Bro, I
ruined-
I know a
ruined
young lad.
people.
I know a
Yeah.
young lad. He's 17. He's an amazing keeper.
Yeah.
But guess what? He's not an Australian citizen, even though he's lived here for fucking 14 years.
I know.
And he cannot get a gig, and he's just sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Is
It's
this,
fucking stupid.
thingo?
Yeah. You know what I'll say? Joaquin. If anyone's listening that can change my boy's situation, do it. Because he's a great keeper. And he's just sitting on the bench.
Wait, so you have to be Australian citizen to be keeper?
Yes.
Yeah. It's the one position
Yeah.
that they're not allowing
Like, why is
visas.
their dick so hard about Australian keepers?
Yeah.
Well, because it's our most important position internationally.
Bro, I've said this so many... Bro, I've said this.
Is that why? I don't know. That's a
like
Bro,
that's
maybe, but
devil's
it's-
advocate.
Anyway, let's move on.
This kid is so good.
He's
By the
great.
way,
He's great.
Unbelievable. It's crazy.
My mate plays seniors for a State 5 team. Their club is making them come to their game early and be a marshal and ball boy for the Rezzies. And vice versa. The Rezzies are doing it for the seniors. What are your thoughts on this? Hey, man. Sometimes you got to chip in. Like I said, my coach was the ref.
Yeah, that's the best one ever.
It's like, it sort of sucks, but
That's all about building through the levels, though. Too.
Yeah.
Like you got to do the dirty work, and then you won't have to do it, and you look back and be like, I was once that boy.
Elare Jerome, tell us what's your go-to OnlyFans kuklas. Brother, hit my DMs. I'll put you on game. That's all I got to say.
If only
the conversation before.
You heard the conversation before.
This is why we need a
pod.
Patreon. Rash, give us a rundown of your time at Moreland Zebras and the infamous Dechin Reserve.
Well, I don't know why the Dechin Reserve is infamous, but it's just a dog park.
Oh, so it's another fucking dog park.
I don't know if it's a dog park, but
Okay.
It's got Italian
that
stallions
was the
running
best
around.
year, man. That was a mad year. We had shout
your
out Nick
football?
Crivelli and Fausto. We had a sick year there. Moreland Zebras is a great club. I don't know what they're doing these days. I don't follow them anymore, but that period was amazing.
Yeah.
Great club. Shout out.
Hi, boys. Need some help? I play State 3 and didn't play much last season, but now I start every game. Apparently, I'm shit, according to the boys. But I know that my missus has been pumped. Okay. Boys.
Fuck's sake. Who's fucking the missus?
Has been pumping the coach so I can get games. Boys, I told you. I want the scandals. I just want them to be real. That's it. I want the scandals.
Yeah, we
So
need to
he's
somehow. How do we validate or verify
Yeah.
these comments? Because there's an element of like it's kind of funny, but also we need the real.
I want the
and we need
real.
to know whether they're real or not.
I want the real. You got videos? No, don't send it. But like, I need some type of evidence. I can't keep having people saying, "Hey, bro, I fucked the treasurer. What do I do?"
It seems
The
like
funny
any
thing
time
is-
the word
the funny-
anything is related to sex, it's a lie. It's a joke.
Yeah.
The fact that it isn't, though.
Yeah, maybe it's not.
We know of situations where, okay, but there's more lies than the truth.
Yeah. We don't know if it's ending in a cream pie or not.
I showed my wife the That's Exactly Right video, and now she says it every day. How do I stop her? Guess what, buddy? You can't. There is no cure. There's no vaccine.
That's true. How crazy, bro. We had a friend say to us the other day that his missus keeps saying to him, well, that's exactly right. And it's
My
so annoying.
podcast co-host keeps saying it to me.
Who?
Crazy,
Daniel.
man.
Oh, shout out Daniel. Fucking
It's
hell.
hard, man.
It's caught on.
I'm a
it's
cult leader.
Yeah, it's a genetic mutation that just...
It is. Guys,
so now we've got two. We've got
keeps-
pause and we've got...
It's
No,
like,
sorry, not
Right.
genetic. It's a virus.
it's like being
It's
short.
a virus that
You
keeps
can't do anything
jumping
about
from
it.
person to person, yeah.
Yep. You can't stop her, bro. Just get with the program. Double
That's
up on
exactly
it.
right.
Now, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. There is a form of defense.
What is it?
You've got to be sure when you say this. You can say, well, that's exactly wrong.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
You know what I like? My favorite one ever is wrong. What's that off? Sorry to yell.
fuck,
in the,
man.
Come on.
Is this semi-pro?
Bro, Billy Madison, man.
Oh, yeah.
The kid gets this word, spells the word wrong. He's like, wrong.
Hey, for anyone under the age of 18, this is your homework. Go watch Billy Madison right now.
You have to watch that movie,
Yeah.
man. Oh my god.
Stop looking at me, Swan. Yeah, anyway. Anyway, go watch that. Someone was just talking about
No, wait, he doesn't
alien-
say wrong. Did he say no?
No, I think he says wrong. I think he says wrong. My brother will know. He's watched that movie
that's
90
spelling
times.
contest, man.
This guy, I played MPL 1 for 1 year and couldn't get minutes. I dropped down to State 1 to get paid, but I couldn't get minutes. What the fuck?
That's just
That's
Australian
again a
football.
statement. This is
That's Australian
This
football.
is venting.
yeah. This is not a venting platform, guys.
I gotta think through my lens. If I asked or if I sent a statement in and they were saying they were just laughing at it, I would unsubscribe. So I'm gonna try to give bro some advice.
Yeah, but it's true, bro. It's not a freaking statement
It is.
platform.
No. Let's try to give him some help.
He's also given no description of like, what are you going to help? Okay, I'll just leave it to you. You help him. You help him, bro.
Hey man, do what every other state league player does and keep leaving clubs until you find the right fit. Yeah. Any recommendations for junior skills programs in the Bayside Southeast? Jerome's Academy is booked out. Wondering, bro, there's only
I like this person.
there's only two you need to worry about. BTFS and Gavin to football. Anywhere else is a sham. I'm
Where is
joking,
it?
but
Southeast.
still. Yeah, man, go to the boys. Mine's been booked out for years. Yeah.
He's been training his brother one-on-one sessions.
There's one spot in his
Wrestling.
academy, and it's sold out.
Yeah.
to his brother.
To my
We
max.
might make it to state 4 this year.
My 8-year-old son didn't have a great first season last year. The coach barely spoke. No skill development, and they got pumped every game. I'm worried it's putting him off of playing. Is the coach a mute? Buddhas, do I get him into a program to build basic skills and confidence, or straight into matches at a new club? Great question.
Hey, I actually saw something the other day.
Is it going to answer this question?
It is.
Okay.
Isn't that so funny that you have to
You have
check
to check.
that he's going to stay on topic?
Two-factor authentication.
Yeah.
This
Go on,
is,
Gavi.
This is great because Arsene Wenger said it.
Yep.
He said, when you're building a player,
Yep.
it's like building a house. You got to build
Foundations.
the foundations. The foundation of football is the technique. Once you build the technique, then you can build the second layer, which once he gets to a certain age, right? So if the kid is 8 years old, all he needs to focus on is fucking technique. He doesn't need to be fast. He doesn't need to be strong. He doesn't need to be anything.
Yeah,
So you
but
work on the technique.
They're
right?
saying, though, should they do that through...
Of course. That's exactly what I'm fucking saying.
No, so you think they should get like a private coach or go to an academy?
Well, just someone that's going to work on his technique.
Okay.
And then you
But
build
should
on
he
the
do
next
that-
layers.
This is the hard thing, bro. This is what I'm going to explain.
He's also 8 years old.
Yeah, the very hard thing in football for junior development is that it's very unlikely that you're going to know where the good coach is. You can't just go to a big club or you can't just go to a good academy because you might get a shit coach. It's very hard to verify where's the good coach going to be.
Yep.
And the coach is the most important thing. It doesn't and that they're playing, but you could go to, I don't want to mention a club, but you could go to one of the big clubs, and if he's got a bad coach, then it's going to be a bad experience. He's not going to develop. So again, back
Exactly
to Gavin's
right.
point,
You
yes,
go-
technique,
right.
but you need good coach. So is there an answer of like club or academy? It's not really a direct answer.
I'm not a parent, but you got to look at it like this. You go to a gym, you go to a really good gym. You pay for the membership. If you want better service, you pay for a PT. Right? It's that simple.
I think you boys are both missing a point, which I thought you would have made, respectfully. He's talking about, bro, this kid needs to have fun or else he will stop playing because his worry is that it might be turning him off. So
Because the coach is non-verbal.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, to be honest, at 8 years old, I'd probably be having a worse time because my coach is not making things fun than the fact that I'm losing.
Bro,
Yeah,
when I
that's
started
that's
football,
the hard thing because if you're gonna,
Bro,
my
I'm gonna-
immediate answer would be to go to an academy, but you might go to an academy that's super
hate it.
serious, and you might hate it as well.
bro, I'll be honest, I started when I was 8. Do I remember anything when I was 8? No.
But you don't remember,
No,
but
Gav.
enough happened to make you want to keep playing when you're 12.
Yeah, so I would just go like where I was, fucking Springbok White Eagles, where there was some shout out Dragan, I think his name
Yeah,
was.
but Gav,
some dad
you were
that
the-
we just trained and played games and that's it.
yeah, but you grew up, you're tough, bro. I don't think you understand that, like, not many people would have lasted. You grew up in the fucking trenches of the Southeast and you didn't, a coach could have told you to go get fucked at 4 years old and you would have just kept playing.
Okay, do this. I'll give you a direct answer. Do this. Go on to one of the Facebook groups, ask the question for your local area, where are the good academies and clubs? And don't just verify who's the person that's responding to you. Make sure they're not a person that works at that club or academy, and then go there. I think that's because it's hard. Depends
And
on the
even
area
like
that you're in.
At junior level,
All that stuff.
bro, go to different clubs. Say, can I have a training? You know? Trial it out. If you like it, you like the environment, stay.
My mate Ethan has come over from Italy to Melbourne to work for a few years. He played at a decent level in Italy and wants to try and get that bag here in State 1 or VPL. How should he go about trying to find a club and getting cash in his pocket? Bro, I don't think there's a secret answer. I think the only thing to do is word
you
of
can't play
mouth.
for NPL right now because it's closed.
Well, yeah, but yeah, exactly. Word of mouth, and you're just going to have to go to a few sessions and see what fits, and then they'll be able to tell you after a few sessions whether they see a future with you or not. There's no magical way.
Yeah, you're gonna have to humble yourself a little bit.
Yes.
And take the chip off your shoulder that now you may not, but I'm going to assume you have if you're a European player coming here and thinking Australian football's crap.
With
it's
10 rounds into the seasons.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult to get a club, to find a good club, to survive in that club. So just humble yourself, go to a few sessions.
I think another thing what people need to understand when they want to get back into football or want to come over here, or if we have international listeners, you got to come at the right time. Like right now, it's round 6. In the NPL, it's fucking round 10. You know what I mean? Like
the only club you're going to get signed for at this point is if you're so fucking good and you're willing to drop crazy amount of levels, and they're like, we can't pass on this guy.
Yeah.
But then the football's not going to be great.
But otherwise, you need to be here between November and January.
I call bullshit on that story, by the way. Never heard of an Italian called
Ethan. That's what I thought.
He's not even Italian.
He's not Italian.
Yeah. So first problem, we've lost our 6 in our local team to play NPL in another town. Would Lord come have a run for a game or two? Can't pay him, but we'll give him a pub feed. I'll answer for Lord here. Lord got offered $3,700 this year to play football, and he said no. He's not going to pay for a pub feed. That's a lie, by the way. He didn't get offered. It's a joke.
Yeah, but the answer is no.
Holy shit. For a player of the month, what's better, a trophy or Ninja giving you an appliance? Kind of fuck with Ninja giving out products, and they should do some more giveaways with each club. Ninja is the
what's he talking about?
A-League Women's.
The A-League Women's appliance. They do knives and appliances. I'd take the money.
Like NutriBullet type stuff.
Yeah, so I've got a NutriBullet. Is that
Ninja?
does?
No, well, that would be NutriBullet.
That would be NutriBullet,
stuff.
right?
But Ninja does.
Wait, so what are
Oh,
they
they do,
giving?
okay.
They're giving
food
money?
processors and
okay?
Money or
Sorry, I
appliances?
didn't understand the question. Yeah, can you repeat the question?
Or just a trophy?
For player of the month, what's... Oh, sorry. I didn't even know why I mentioned
really
money.
Not okay that the Women's Football League sponsor is kitchen appliances. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny here. I think that's a horrible marketing decision.
Yeah, you're actually right. You're
That's
onto
a
something.
really horrible marketing decision.
Yeah. I
I
wonder.
just, as a
make it
player, I
Ninja
just want
Mint.
cash.
Hey,
As a player,
Yeah, I don't
I just want cash.
Well done.
Can
you
you read
played
the
well
question
today.
again? 'Cause
Go
I
to the
wanna know.
kitchen now.
Next question. Besides Auckland, I'm sorry, Rash, we got to move.
All right.
Besides Auckland, what's the best addition to the league we've had this year? Mitre seems to be a massive positive. Best addition this year.
Douglas Costa.
in terms of sponsors,
anything.
and they've said Mitre.
They said Mitre. They said obviously besides Auckland. I would say the best addition this year has probably been
Douglas Costa's pretty up there.
Douglas Costa, probably. That's the safe answer.
Pretty up there.
Yep.
Or maybe the new collective bargaining agreement.
The one that
That's a joke. Yeah, that's a joke.
they didn't even bargain on.
Yeah,
Japanese guy at Western. Or
Yeah,
was that
love
this year?
him.
But whenever you can.
Japanese guy.
Oh,
Western.
bro, Auckland.
Yeah, but
he
he
said
said,
apart
he
from
said
what he said.
without
Mitre.
Auckland.
Apart from them.
Yeah.
Why? Why do people say that? Like, hey guys, what do you
Hey
think?
guys, I have
who do you
the
think is
best answer. What's the second
who do you
best
think the
answer?
best player in the world is? Except for Messi.
Should managers go for a transfer fee if clubs or countries want them? That'd be... I wouldn't
Bro,
mind
that would be kind of mint.
that. That'd be kind of mint. I wouldn't
Voila.
mind that.
What's that?
Should
Yeah, like let's say
Sorry, man. My
That's right.
brain's gone.
It's all right. It's all right.
let's say right now you're
Bad.
Barcelona's manager or no, not even. Like let's say you're I don't know, Brisbane Roar's manager.
Yeah.
And Australia want to take him as the manager.
Or even Perth want you.
Bro, this is literally like South Melbourne right
yeah,
now.
facts.
Like they want to sign they want to sign Kisnorbo, and to bring him back to South, they have to pay a fee.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty cool.
Charged him hose a fee. I reckon it'd be cool, yeah. I'm an undersized centre back who got overlooked last season because of the new
literally?
coach. Preferred the height of the other two. I'm better on the ball and probably equal to them defensively. I'm sick of getting 20 minutes off the bench every week. What should I do? State 3, he said. I'll give you my advice that no one asked for.
wing back.
First of all, don't let you need to be a tall centre back thing deter you if you really want to be a centre back, because there are plenty of centre backs that are under 6 foot and have played, but they are a little bit of an anomaly.
And you've got to provide something complete. You've got to be your Thiago Silva's, Cannavaro's, the guys that provide something.
Yeah, Lissandro
very
Martinez,
different.
Mascherano. But you've got a few options here. If you're sick of just... you got to be adaptable. If you can play somewhere else, which I feel like you can because you said you're better on the ball than the other two. So if you can play as a DM, if you can play as a fullback, you might make your way back into the team. And then maybe if
Pick
you're...
your spot.
Yeah, then maybe. Or you might just find that you're better in another position. Or leave. If you really want to play centre back and they're not playing you, leave. But there,
I guess the thing is it the minutes that he wants? Because fullback's a good option, bro. Fullback is a good option if you want to get minutes. Play fullback. You get your experience, and then you can maybe play in your position, your preferred position. Look at freaking Paul Reshare, bro. It's a perfect example. How many games he played at fullback
He's
for
played everywhere.
Sydney FC and stuff.
Yeah.
And then now you look at him, man.
Yep. I don't understand the hate the Churches League gets. I hope you're not saying from us, because I think it's sort of lit. But, yeah. There's a bunch of other stuff there, but yeah. Okay. Mainly for Rash, is it too risky to get a tattoo during the season because it could get messed up, or should I wait until after?
I just get it, bro.
Just
actually,
man, I don't know. Depends what it is.
Rash?
Yeah, this guy's tatted head to fucking toe. So is Jake.
Yeah, I think...
Depends your pain,
like
bro.
medical
Honest
advice? Is
bro.
this
Honest,
classed as medical advice?
bro. Honest, it depends on your pain barrier.
I don't know, but is it pain, bro? Because it can get infected, obviously. Like that's
I wouldn't
possible.
care about the infection.
The scratches and the like.
Yeah,
being
I'd
exposed
more
to
be like,
sun and
if you fell on it, or like
I'm not
if
worried
you
about
slid
any
or
of
whatever.
I'm worried about whether it looks fucking stupid or not.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is I've definitely got tattoos during the season.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I'm not a medical professional.
Honestly,
so
it
I don't
depends.
want to give medical advice.
It honestly depends when the game is.
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't do it.
Like if you play on a Saturday and you want to get inked,
don't
get tatted on Monday.
I would also not take any advice from Gavin on this topic because
He's
we
had
got
tattoos.
Gavin's got his belly button pierced at 14.
Yeah, in a place that the stairs were broken, bro. The stairs to get into the place were broken.
They put the belly button
skip
in. It was rusted when they put it in.
Yeah, and then it got infected.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
How do you
It was
not
all
remember
red.
your own button?
And when we were in Brazil, I was like, should we get a tattoo? We're going to go to
Did we get
Brazil.
a tat?
In Argentina. Remember? We were in Argentina. We were going to go to Brazil and we were going to spend all day, every day on the beach in the sun,
Bad.
which is like, they say
it's
everything
horrible.
what not to do.
That, yeah.
And Gav's like, sounds it, bro. And that's how he lives, bro. So I don't know if you would take
that's why he's got a massive cock on his back.
Goodness. Well, funny enough, when we walked in today, first thing I said to Gav was, I need to get tatted up like Gav.
No, you don't.
I'm doing it.
I think it's one of those things, bro. I think the fear around tattoos and them getting infected and all that stuff is probably over the top. And
Bro,
it's
I've never
unnecessary.
had it infected.
But in saying that, then one time it will happen to you and you would have
think
wished you just stuck to
and you'll
all the
blame
medical
us.
procedures
Yeah. I
and
actually
put
think
your Bepanthen on and not gone in the sun and not going in the pool and all that stuff. So
I think it depends on your skin type.
Don't get your missus' name.
What-
Why are you even considering wasting your time thinking about playing for Golden City, Jerome? There's beef. Do you know this story?
No.
Okay, so remember when I told the story about me vomiting and trying to escape the country town in New South Wales?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So Bendigo said, come get your revenge on Deniliquin. Come play for them. Come play for us against them.
Deniliquin also sounds like a slur. But
Delinquent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we've got some haters of Golden City saying, why the fuck would you even go play for them? Now, you know what? It's whoever pays the most.
Hey, we need to get a promo game for Jerome, huh?
Come on,
One of these
mate.
leagues.
Yeah, surely
Testimonial game.
Bro, we got to get a testimonial, man. And if Jerome plays in a game, okay, I'll say this now. If Jerome plays in a game, I will play.
Has he told you?
And I
Holy
will
shit.
zing a ball into him,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
I will.
Has he
I will,
told
bro.
you
That's
about
just
his
added
idea
money
with
on the table.
fives? What he wants to do? Has he told you?
Yeah, suited and booted versus everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that, but it's hard to get the boys down, bro.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Gav's the only one.
You're the
that's
busiest
there.
cunt in the world.
What do we have to
have no
do?
ACL.
What do we have to do?
That's more important.
Suited and like one time at fives, we'll do suited and booted take on. So it's us.
Who's our keeper?
So that all we got to figure out is
Kev.
2 positions: a keeper and someone else.
We need a keeper and a defender.
Why don't we just play fives?
No, we play sevens. We play sevens.
Hey, just picture yourself taking warm-up shots against Kev.
I wouldn't want
After
to.
just laying the ball off each other,
Kev is the
and
type-
leathering it at him.
Kev is the type that will come out and fucking double foot your throat.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Be like, play on. Get the fuck up.
Kev has lost teeth.
Yeah.
In
How funny.
five-a-side.
Hey, the other day he calls me. Hey, the other day he calls me and he goes, "Hey, do you want to see my dentist? He's a good price." He goes, "You can only go on Saturday, so because that's where the apprentice works." And I go, "Dad, what do you mean? Why would I see your dentist? You've got 7 teeth." Like clearly he's not good.
Yeah,
He hasn't kept them in.
My dad just got veneers.
Really?
Yeah.
That only looks so sick.
I need to meet this guy, man.
He walks around and it's like, okay, we get it. Like you got veneers.
He's always
bro.
Why he just
smiling.
smiles and
He's
shit?
Yeah,
He's like-
fair enough though. His teeth were fucking
Tic-tacs.
cooked. When will Jerome do food porn? A lot of people have asked this, man. The boys are starting to do like their own type of content. I can't be fucked because I do enough with suited. But if I was to do something on the side, it'd probably be food related. Only thing is, it's so saturated, bro. Like, and I put up a story the other day, and so many people agreed with me. I am fucking
I saw that.
sick.
I feel like
okay.
on this, right? The food is what you just said. It's so fucking saturated.
It's hard, bro.
Like,
Literally.
how many restaurants can you actually go to?
Yeah, witty witty.
You know?
Well, my problem was
It can happen.
Witty Willy. My problem was I am sick and fucking tired of food reviewers doing this. Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Melbourne Food Junkie, and today we're gonna try the viral hot chicken burger. Gets the burger,
Oh, that's mad.
takes a bite.
Well, it's good.
Chicken's good. Chicken's beautiful.
Lettuce fresh.
I've never
Yeah.
seen. I know. I saw your story, but I've never seen this actually happen.
Who are you watching? Are they using
I don't
descriptive
want-
words?
Bro, why the fuck would I be
No,
watching
just
a
like
food reviewer?
I know they're not marketing, but is it?
Nah, but why, bro? Why would
But
I
just on the
watch
scroll.
a food reviewer, bro?
What do you mean we do it?
What?
We've done it
Yeah.
in Culture Corner.
I
Okay,
only,
but that's culture corner, bro. Do you watch food review?
I
Yes,
only
Anthony
watch.
Bourdain.
Sometimes.
I only watch.
Bro, I've never, and he, all right, he's the GOAT. I've never watched an Anthony Bourdain
Fair.
episode, not one.
What?
Not
No,
one. bro.
I'll give me my
Yeah,
view on it.
yep.
The only time I watch a food review is more because I'm looking for a restaurant and where I'm going to eat.
Okay.
So I'm looking at
Okay.
what's good in, I don't know, Carlton. And then restaurants in Carlton. And then I'll obviously have
Yeah,
to watch
if I'm going to
them.
go somewhere, if I'm looking for someone to eat, fair enough. But it's like, all right, because you can't experience what they're experiencing. So I'm going to watch a person, analyze perfumes and be like,
One second.
oh, that one smells
second.
mad.
Rash.
That one smells
second.
mad. Hold on, I'll show you that one.
Rash has just debunked porn completely.
No, it's not the same.
Nah,
It's the
nah,
same.
if I
What,
see
you're
it-
experiencing
No,
pleasure
no, no.
from
If I
watching
s-
anoting person
No.
eat a meal?
Well, you're experiencing pleasure from watching someone else.
Rash.
Hold on, I
Rash.
don't do that.
Rash.
Well, no. I'm saying as in
Order
your
in the
argument
court.
can now be used for this as well, and I like it.
Order in the court.
Yeah.
It ain't that deep. Like, for me, I'm not going to be like, oh, I want to sit down and watch someone review a burger. It's more, I'm not watching, I don't give a fuck what they think about the burger. I think a good food reviewer is someone that is really funny. Or
I think descriptive.
or really
There was-
descriptive, like Mark Wiens. I love Mark Wiens. It's a comfort show. He can talk you through what he's eating.
Yeah.
And you can almost, it's going to sound weird, pause. You can almost
You
taste
can,
it.
You can imagine.
Because it's like, oh my God, he's saying there's notes of this, and this.
yeah. You
get
These
the
dumbass ethnics get on, right? And they say shit like this. Chicken's nice, chicken's beautiful, and they got 4,000 likes. What?
Bro, hold on. Okay, so would you watch a perfume show? Someone reviewing perfumes?
If it
And
was
you
my
can
interest,
almost smell them by watching it through the screen.
It's
Nah, but
just
if they're
not my
funny
interest.
or like a unique character, then I'll
But that's okay. That's different.
That's what I'm
not
saying.
that's not a food reviewer. That's an entertainer.
Yeah, but
So I'm all right. I watch Spanian because he's entertaining. He might do a food review. I wouldn't watch his food reviews. First of all, I would watch something else of his. But
That's picture day.
next question. We're going in circles. Rash doesn't like food reviews.
Yeah.
I don't mind
Rash
them.
is not a foodie.
I only watch them if I'm looking for a restaurant, which I think the majority of people do.
Okay.
That's exactly right.
Thoughts on the inconsistencies in state league matches having 1, 2, or 3 refs available? Well, when Daddy Dan comes, we'll talk about that,
I did want to say about my ref on the weekend,
but maybe not.
I'll just say a little caveat. Guys, appreciate the refs because I cannot understand why anyone would be a referee. It seems like a very difficult job, and I cannot. So appreciate the ones that we do have, and if there's 2 of them, just thank God there's 2 of them there.
Thank God. Thank God they can get one decision right between 2.
Oh my God!
Fuck. I fucked it.
I did. I'm about to piss myself.
Yeah, a few more. You know what? Anyone else that asked, I know Amateur Agents was literally it was about helping people like what to do in their clubs. And I'm going to tell you straight out, guys, go get paid because you're not going to make it anywhere. Because there's so many questions, bro. So just either go have fun or go get paid. There's no, if you're playing state 1 and below, you either go have fun or you go get paid, or you can get a bit of both.
He's running out of time with the pod.
Yeah.
So he just gives a blanket.
Can you stop giving away my
abusive
techniques?
answer.
Please stop giving away my techniques.
You have no dreams.
Yeah.
Cash in.
Cash the fuck in.
Who's your favourite football media personalities and why? I'll give 3. I like Alan Shearer. I like the CBS crew, so Thierry Henry
they're just
and Micah Richards.
Great.
Oh, they're freaking idiots, bro.
I knew you would say that.
You don't like people having fun, do you?
Nah.
Enjoying food,
No.
talking.
Fake fun, bro. They're losers.
Okay, who
Oh,
do you
so
like?
think
They're
they're
losers,
actors?
bro.
Who do you
They're
like?
actors, bro. They're actors.
Who do you
They're
like?
fake friends, man. I like us, bro. We're real friends.
All right. Good answer.
Who do I
You
like?
definitely, that's all right. Lads, I just want to say, hope your podcast will become the biggest podcast in Australia, inshallah. Thank you, lads, for providing entertainment weekly for dumb cunts like me.
Inshallah.
Keep up the good work. Bro, I love you, and we're going to, trust me, we got
Well,
you.
I love you, bro.
Shout out to, I just want to say, I received an absolutely
Gorgeous.
beautiful, I don't use gorgeous anymore, from Many in Adelaide. One of the best messages I won't read it, but one of the best messages I've ever received. We're going to keep doing content, bro. Don't worry. The Patreon's coming. We love you. I just wanted to quickly
Jerome
shout out
didn't
that
share
guy.
that message with us, by the way, which is...
Well, he sent it to
not
my
nice.
account.
yeah, why don't you share it with us if it's so special?
Because I speak for you guys for 3 hours here every week, so that's enough.
Cheers.
Tried Gavin's shitting technique. What a malacca. I agree.
Bro, anyone who's actually tried that is fucked.
Then we also got...
He tried it. He went home and tried it.
Watch this. This is how I flipped a coin. I've actually been using the same toileting technique Gavin mentioned for the last 10 years. It's been a game changer for my gut health and everything flow a lot more smoothly.
I've said this.
Thanks for shining a light on it, GD.
Hold on. So this
Bro,
is, by the way, just to
bro.
clarify, this is sitting raw dog on the seat.
Raw
Yeah.
dog, you know what happens though? Because I used to have the fear that my bum cheeks would be cold. Now my cheeks have adapted.
You're weird.
Acclimated.
You're weird, bro. You are scared of that, but not from getting a fucking tattoo in a favela.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
scared of
what the
slipping
hell?
inside the toilet. Bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared about.
Rash is scared of Subway.
Bro.
Are they going to sponsor
I'm
us?
not even joking.
No, they won't. You won't eat it.
It's so much better. You know, it's just cleaner, bro.
Cleaner, bro.
cleaner.
That's where I piss on that part.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Bro,
Fuck it.
Do you
Bro,
not, bro?
wait,
That's when
true,
you
true.
open
Yeah,
the
yeah,
seat,
yeah,
you
yeah.
wee. It's probably going to hit
Why
there.
are you
wipe it
pissing
off.
on it?
But that,
There's
you
backsplash.
wipe it off,
There's
bro.
There's
backsplash.
backsplash,
There's
bro.
Backsplash, bro.
Backsplash.
Wait. Do you,
Witty
when
witty.
you- do you-
What's that off?
Okay, question. This
Fuck,
is really
that
random.
you love
random,
just-
random question. You get to the toilet, the first seat is up, so obviously you got to piss in.
Yo.
But the
Shit on the first seat, piss on the second.
No. But if the second one is down, are you trying to aim through or are you lifting it to piss through?
I aim through.
How can you lift the second part?
No, because it's down.
Anyway, guys.
So
please.
you re-lifting it to get a clean piss, or are you aiming through the circle?
Oh, no, lifting.
Oh, yeah.
Give the fans
got
what
bad
they
aim.
want. Food reviews.
1 second.
Rash has a
second.
fucking David Beckham swerve on him.
Yeah. I feel like everybody lies about how good their aim is when they pee.
Oh,
It goes wrong for a lot of people a lot. Because what
yeah.
the hell's going on in public toilets?
Nah, the
Clearly
worst.
people don't know how to
Wait.
pee straight.
Bro, the worst. I don't know if we have any girl listeners, but bro, how worst is it
How worst is it?
when you get to a public toilet and there's fucking pubes in the toilet thing?
Where do you go?
Bro,
Where do you go?
He's not
Bro,
wrong.
I'm
No,
not
no,
wrong.
it happens.
this is so
yeah,
obvious.
you could find anything in there.
Bro.
to be fair. Hey,
Go.
what about this? What do you reckon, right? If someone held a gun to your head...
'Cause you hang out in
and
St
said,
Kilda.
You got to try to wee, seat down, you can't let one splash go on.
Easy,
You
bro.
reckon you could do it?
I'm small. That's easy.
Wait,
Just-
technically small would make it hard.
Bro.
Nah, don't.
Wait, how?
You ever dealt with a hose while it's on the floor?
Okay, move on.
Yeah, move on.
Move on.
Hey, give the fans what they want.
Jerome penis reveal on Patreon.
I'll do anything for money.
Just all of us have a
I am so down bad. I'm so down bad. I will do any. I will sell the fuck out.
He's still trying to make back those Chelsea tickets.
Yeah,
Okay,
facts.
next one.
We should do NPL food reviews. Look, I want to, but there's a god of this, and you got to pay respects. It's Joe K. He's done his thing, man. You know, we might though, but that's Joe K's bag. Where is Rash? Someone said he's right here. Can we have a segment dedicated to Gav's stories in Argentina?
Oh,
no.
shit. We forgot about Gav's segment, bro.
Which one?
Yeah, we did that twice, and then, but it's all right. We'll bring that one back. He said which one? Jake's ball knowledge.
His own segment.
Jake's ball knowledge is unmatched compared to some of the bums on Paramount. He should be a weekly feature. Listen, man, people love Jake on Paramount, and I think that he does deserve more airtime. I don't actually mind anyone else they've got on there, but Jake has a nice mix of knowledge, bullshitting his way through stuff,
Experience.
and banter. So Jake's the man. We'll do like two more and then that's it. What else do we have here? Gavin looks like a Chavapi. Oh, by the way,
All the fucking Balkans.
by the way, give me my flowers for winning the argument.
Hey, can we stop saying give flowers, bro?
What do you want, condoms?
Out, bro.
Hold on, he's losing his mind. What's your problem?
fitness.
I
is
just
finished.
hate, bro. I hate repetitive, like phrases, bro.
You like Gary
Except
V.
for, well, that's exactly right. No, I got to give him his flowers, man. Give me his flowers, bro. Fuck your flowers, bro.
So what's he giving me? Because I won.
What did you
Credit
win?
or something.
What did you win?
Credit? Hey, do you watch the AFL?
Give him his-
Credit where credit's
Yeah,
due.
credit, yeah.
Yeah. Gavin,
Yeah, give me some credit, mate.
Gavin,
Give me some credit for me.
they were cooking your ass in the comments, bro.
Because I was right.
I think there was some people on his side.
You know who was voting yes? I looked at all the votes, the Aussies.
I was going to say, is it the Aussie?
It's a sausage.
Bro, the fact that I'm right is why they were so angry.
It
No.
was made in Australia.
I thought it was,
The sausage.
bro. I laughed so hard,
Bro, the best
when
thing
Gavin
was-
was like, it's like a. What did you say? Something.
Circumcised
Like a
sausage.
circum-
No, he said it's a circumcised malacca.
It's a circumcised malacca.
Why are Victorian
Bro, that
clubs...
was so
Oh, Gav,
angry.
you can answer this one. Sorry to cut you off, but I got to move. Why are Victorian clubs so fixated on bringing in players from the UK and offering them big money? Especially only those who have played at a crap standard in the UK. Maybe if state league clubs stop paying Joe Blow... He sounds like a mad player. $700 a week for playing at step 8 in England. They wouldn't need a charge for entry. Great point, bro. But it's the allure of, and we've spoken about this in the past to some extent. It's the allure of, ooh, he's English. Ooh, he has an accent. Oh, he must be a baller.
I think get me if I don't know if I'm right on this, but I think people from the United Kingdom, it's a lot easier for them to actually get into the country. and get permanent residency in that.
compared to other countries.
Compared to
well,
others.
yeah, there's a there's
Oh,
a
you're saying about the population.
Yeah, and like the long-term form for them to stay on and play and whatever is a lot easier.
I've got a theory around this. I don't know if it's true or not, but I was at Dandy Thunder when Luke Sherbin, Liam, there was like 4
Liam
UK
Payne.
players that came to Dandy Thunder. Stuart Munro was the coach. He brought them. He found them overseas or something. He brought them to Dandy Thunder. They lit up the league, bro, and completely changed the league that year. It was like unbelievable. Luke Sherbin went on to have like a good career at like Bentley Green, good periods at Bentley Greens, and I think Oakley Cannons maybe as well. But I have a theory that since that happened, people have been trying to replicate that. They completely changed the team and were unbelievable. And I have a theory that NPL coaches are trying to replicate that and have been doing so for about 10, 15 years now. I don't know if it's ever happened again. Who was the player?
Well, the
at
best
Thunder?
at the moment is Joey Guest, plays for Oakley. He's the best Englishman.
fuck. What about what's his name? Barnesy.
Barnes. That's what
Well, Barnesy also.
Yeah,
loves
there's been a
everything else
few
besides
case
football.
studies where it's worked, and that's probably what people try to replicate.
It's very hard to bring in someone to have them acclimate, to have them find form, to find them somewhere to live, all that. Okay, but yes, obviously the standard in England is so good that even regular Sunday league players could play in the high state leagues here.
Let's be honest. If you're English, all of the English players that play here, they wanted to get out of their situation there. That's why they come here.
What's his name? Lloyd Isgrove. He's another one. He's
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah,
he's from
again,
Wales.
there is, even with like anything else, if you have an English accent and you talk about English stuff, it's like, ooh,
Yeah, it's the same with coaches. It's the same with
Yeah.
Same with
academies.
content,
It's like
Australia.
content, coaches,
content.
everything.
Oh, I got English accent. Oh, it must be good.
Yeah, there's this
Must know
new
about
guy.
football, must know. Yeah,
There's this new guy going around, and he's got pretty decent content. But he just goes around doing just like MPL reviews and stuff. But he's got an English accent, and I reckon people take him. And this is no disrespect to him, but I just think it's like a superpower almost.
Legitimacy check.
Yeah, legitimacy check to be like, oh shit, like
Knows
he's
ball.
yeah.
Well, the other way around. How about this, right? If an American person talks to you about football, do you immediately go, "No, they don't know what
I
they're
go
talking about"?
shh.
No matter how
you know what's-
credible they are and good, I bet you go, "No,
Right.
they're
You know what's so
I
crazy?
do.
On CBS, they did a sideshow.
When
whatnot.
North speaks, I tell him to shut the fuck
Shut
up,
the
like right now.
Clint Dempsey was talking about something, and I was like,
Shut
and it's
up.
Clint Dempsey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what a baller, bro.
What a baller.
Yeah.
But I was like,
Isn't that crazy?
I don't want to hear tactics from you.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's just it's stereotypes,
Bro,
right?
it's the same as like a Brazilian.
You think they're going to be good at
assume
football?
they're
Of course.
good, yeah.
You just assume they're good.
I'm sorry, boys. I have to do this. WrestleMania thoughts. You know what? I might do. I've got to say this.
He's put his own
We're at
question.
3 hours.
I've got to
and
say
he's
this.
gone, we're over time now. He's talking about WrestleMania, bro.
I've got to
he's
say
a
this.
heel.
I've got to say this.
I don't know what that
The amount of Buddhas in my DMs, in my likes, I didn't know so many of yous were wrestling people, and it makes sense.
The ballitis is spread to
Yes.
wrestling.
Guys, I'll talk wrestling with you. Just DM me. I won't do it here because these guys like real.
Nah, I feel like
serious
every
things.
man grew up watching.
No, they didn't.
I definitely did. I was doing fucking RKOs on kids.
That's mad.
At
On
school.
kids.
Last week.
That's why he got
While
kicked
his
out.
teaching gig.
Last one. This is a good one.
Rey Mysterio, 619.
Last one. If you weren't doing this podcast, what would your career be? I'm glad you think it's a career.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's our job now.
Yeah,
That's
apparently
not-
it
that's
is.
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
mad.
Which
It's a
it
pretty
is, to be
volunteer career. What would yours be if you weren't doing-
Philanthropist.
Yeah, philanthropist. Yeah, I come here every week.
Out of the
My
goodness
belt.
of my heart.
Yeah. Yeah, I love football.
If I wasn't doing this,
If you weren't doing
No,
content,
I think the better question is, what would you do if you were not in football? If you didn't have that pathway of football?
all right. What would you do, Rash?
I probably would have done MMA.
Hold on.
So if you never ever played football in your life,
Well, it wasn't around. It wasn't that popular when I was growing up. If I was
Do you
growing up
think you're
now,
mad-
that's probably what I would have. That's the sport that I would have
Do
chosen.
you think you're mad enough to be in an MMA ring, like full bloody, all that? Like, because I feel like you've got to be a certain level mad to do that.
Certain level.
Like,
of
I don't have
fucking fried.
I don't know, man. I probably I want to do a fight. So
Listen here to
Like,
me very
there's,
carefully.
like, there's another. There's obviously people that are on another level that I'm definitely not on.
Rash.
But would I want to have a fight? Yeah,
Like,
probably.
'cause I
And
could
mate,
do
I
boxing.
just think
I
I
couldn't do
like
MMA.
I just like the art form of it and the challenge of it.
Fair.
That I don't know. Maybe I don't. It's hard, it's kind of like saying, "Oh, would I run into a fiery building?" I don't know, bro. I'm not in that position.
I wouldn't.
But I
yeah.
love training in it. And I probably.
Yeah,
got two
fair.
things to
Yeah.
say.
He hates MMA.
First of all,
I do too,
I know. I saw his post the
to
other
an
day.
extent.
Bro, I can't watch it. I don't understand.
no,
I'm with you, Jerome.
my point is if it's their favourite sport.
Ah, fair.
That's
fair,
my
fair,
point.
fair.
Now, I need to say two things to you as the world heavyweight champ. The first thing is
This is a guy that's got. He's going to talk about MMA being the person's most favorite sport while holding a wrestling belt.
See, this is. But I don't understand how wrestling is that enjoyable, and I don't want to call off. your
What?
point. Because
Why do you
it's
like movies?
That's the thing. It's not even a movie, but it's not a sport. What is it?
okay. It's not fake. It's
theatre.
predetermined.
It's theater.
That's what it is. It is great theatre. Now, anyway, before he gets pissed off, Rash, you will change our content life if you fight and we do a series. Like I'm going to be
Can
selfish.
we go to Thailand?
No,
But I got
Like
to train
Muay
properly,
Thai?
bro. I can't just
I
freaking
know
do it
you-
casually and then go fight.
I know, but imagine the vlog of it's Rashid's first MMA. fight.
No.
Like
This is
the
it.
crowd.
And then I get
Stop
knocked
cutting me off! The crowd will be insane.
Bro, I've got it.
Imagine all the Buddhas.
No.
there.
This is what we got to do.
Yeah.
We got to start training. We got to PP Island, and you can fight any
He's
malacca
not
in the
doing Muay
crowd.
Thai. He's
I
doing
don't
jiu-jitsu,
care. We can
bro.
do it.
Any
It's the
malacca
same
in the
shit.
crowd. Yeah.
And you just, the other person will be pissed. It's great content.
Bro, the Buddhas would rock out for you. Seriously. And what would your entrance song be?
Ghetto gospel.
Nah, it'd be this.
It'd
It'd be waiting on the world to change. All of
Hey,
that
shout out
noise.
Lawrence Wong, bro.
Waiting.
He is funny, man.
Love Lawrence Wong.
He's a funny kid, bro.
Shout out all the boys: Max, Lawrence, Kavian,
Yeah, they were
Stevie
good, man. They were
Agarkovic,
good,
Callum
bro.
Talbot, Kai Truan. Shout out our source. Shout out. Oh shit. Shout out
Everyone not Wellington.
Tommy. Shout out, man. Everyone in Melbourne City, man. We had a great day down there.
What would you be, Jerome?
What does that mean?
Yeah, but besides football, like I work in football. Bro, to be honest, ever since I was young, it was my dream to be a commentator. That was my dream. I said I was so fucking stupid. I said at 21 I was going to be commentating in England. 21, like a fuckwit. That didn't happen. But I'm about to commentate NPL at some stage, so that's close enough. If I was away from football, it'd be something in music because I nearly had a semi sort of very early stages start in the music business. I had managed the DJ. I wasn't really managing her. I was just taking 20% off all her gigs. But it wasn't that much, so like it wasn't that bad.
That's what I think it was.
Yeah, and then there was another girl who I thought was
Wait, is this the story that I know about?
no. What do you
I
know
think I
about?
know about this story.
That's not that
Jerome's
crazy.
managing career.
Oh yeah, so there was that, and then there was another girl who I thought was. First of all, I just liked her.
Hold up. That first girl was getting $100 a gig, by the way.
Yeah.
So Jerome was saying 20.
20%, $80.
Wild, bro.
He just said 20%, $80. No, I wish I was taking that. I wish I was taking that.
Podcast. It's so good football's working out for you guys.
Far out.
Yeah. So I did that.
Poor girl.
Still going far out.
No, Cav. I took. If she made 100, I took $20.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So you got fucked.
No, still I didn't because I didn't do anything. That didn't last long.
I'm
and
so
then
bloated.
What was the other girl?
the other girl, bro. Oh, this one was weird. I've always wanted to tell this story on the pod.
Oh, bro. Sorry. I would have done music, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have
That's
done
funny enough,
music.
same
I would have done music
thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go on.
The other girl, I liked her, so I was like, I was lying a bit.
So you weren't going to take any percent.
No, but what had happened was she was a super recluse. Like she was super mysterious, barely posted online or whatever. I remember we hung out one day And I was like, look, no weird shit. You can come to mine. You can record some demos. So she did. She came to my house. She used my little setup, did that. Then I took her for dinner. And then 2 weeks after that, this is what she said to me. She was a weirdo. She goes, my dog just died, and it made me realize that I need to stop speaking to you. Bye. And I never heard from her again.
She called you on the phone to say that.
Text.
Do I know who this is?
Nah, nobody knows who this is.
Can I know who this is?
Yeah, but like you won't.
But
Like,
I want to.
yeah, I'll show you. And then she never had a career, which I was happy about.
Oh, he's such a piece.
No,
Fuck you. I'm trying to help you.
Imagine I tell you, come to my house to record a demo, and then your dog dies, and he goes, "Lucky dying reminded me I should never talk to you."
Wait, is this the person you were taking 20%?
No, that's a different.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
So he decided to work for free.
It wasn't even work like that, but there was
no
another
rent.
weird cunt, right?
This guy was your freaking agent, bro.
There was that's hate. There was another weird cunt who told me that I was going to be an A&R for his brand new company. Guess what? That never happened. The problem is
what that is A&R.
an A&R is artist relations. So it's like they would use me to like find new talent, maybe put talent together.
Okay.
There was a time in my life.
That was my dream job in music, Anna.
Yeah, A&R.
Oh, yeah?
There was a time in my life where I tried to do that at a very low level, but then I just realized that everyone that I was trying to do that with is a fucking weird cunt. So music in itself is full of freak shows.
Yeah, it's very
Anything
unique.
artistic, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anything
very unique creatures.
Yeah. Like football is good because most of the time it's just
Head down and get on with it.
yeah, but even the dickheads, you just laugh at them. Like, don't get me wrong, football's a cutthroat business. Like at the
I
top,
feel like musicians are very unique.
Expressive.
Yeah. Where footballers, they're all kind of made the same way. Where
Yes and
music
no.
is totally different.
don't get me wrong, there are absolute fucking slime balls, as you'll know, in any
Industry.
a dentist.
That's probably pretty true. Maybe. That might be pretty true, though. What he's saying is
I
like...
think so. You're
That's Gav's one wise thing that he said
No.
per
Yeah.
pod.
The wise
because,
man.
because realistically, as an artist, musician artist,
Musician artist, yeah.
you're unique. There's no one else that is the same as you. Obviously,
get
you
your
have the
point.
same style of music,
Yeah.
but what you write and what you sing is different because no one can replicate that. Where football, it's a
less bad.
replicated game. Everyone
Yeah.
plays the same game.
Yeah.
Especially before. Now it's probably getting a little bit because of TikTok and stuff like
Yeah.
that. People
And
are
it's a team
copying
sport.
a lot more. In music, people are becoming very carbon copy of each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But probably when we were growing up. Oh, the other one I would do is acting, man. Bro, there's so
You've
many
always
things
said
that I
it.
would love to do.
It's never
I
too
don't know,
late.
I'd probably just spend my time
I'd be a
trying to work
traveller.
out what I want to do.
I'd be a traveller.
And then just die.
Like 40 years.
87. What if I try kayaking?
Gav's pretty on it. Like at this age, nothing seems more appealing to me than travel vlogger.
Yeah, I'd be a traveller.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Bro.
100%.
Oversaturated then again?
But the thing is,
But me personally,
Yeah.
I would love to.
Yeah,
which
you
I'll
would do
do. I want to do the lap of Australia, and then
When are you going to do that? We got pods.
Hey,
And
what
then-
about if we did a pod van, drive around Australia?
like a music crew.
Why don't we do that? And then it'll be Wolf Creek 3 because I'll kill all of you.
Once you leave the East Coast, there's no guests for the rest of the
Yeah.
season.
It's like that. Yeah, it's like, guys, they're dropping like flies out here, but I'm still here. Anyway, welcome back to episode 8.
What's that movie
Northern
where you-
Territory and PL.
Yeah.
What's that movie where they got to kill each other? They left on an island. They got to kill each other.
Lost.
Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger
There's the
Games.
Hunger
Yeah.
freaking pod.
There's
Hunger
no
Games
way I
pod.
would win
The fact that one of us are probably going to be on fucking Survivor.
If anyone in this group needs to be on Survivor, it's you.
I was gonna say it's gotta be Gav.
Because you already dress
Bro.
like you're at the ceremony.
And you treat your body like you're surviving.
I would watch that every.
And he could
week,
sleep
bro.
on rocks. Whereas me and Rash are a bit particular. I don't know what Jake would be
Yeah,
like.
I'd be uncomfortable, man.
I'd be so uncomfortable. I can't even
Just let me
fucking.
get home, man. But-
Bro, I have to
do
sleep
what
in a
it's for.
temperature controlled room. But anyway. What? Oh, you've just reminded me. Yeah, I know. You've just reminded me. I would, because you said Bourdain. I would absolutely love to do anything in that realm of what Bourdain does. It's not just food. It's also about culture,
lifestyle.
travel, lifestyle, but he's also a fucking sick cunt. Rest in peace. I'd love to do, I think I would still be in some type of entertainment. There's
I
a
think
reason,
so, yeah.
there's a reason I've never had a 9-to-5 Rash. I cannot and will not ever work in an office or just have a job where I just clock in and clock out. I physically think I would. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm the world champ.
Yeah, I think entertainment. But yeah, I think I take my MMA thing back because I don't know if I could commit my life to fighting.
Bashing
Definitely be
people.
a traveller.
I'd probably prefer to do.
I reckon if I
You'd be
just
a
had
gypsy traveller.
I would just like work and then travel and then work and then just
that's
travel.
already what you do.
That's what I'd do.
Isn't
That's
that
what you do.
already?
Yeah, but I would do that.
And he's like traveling.
I would
for
do
work.
it. Yeah, I would make it so like now I can't really travel because I'm playing. And like
On dog parks.
yeah, or like I'm
believe
coaching
it.
or whatever. Like I would literally, if I had no football, I'd find the best paying job that I could qualify for, which would be very much nothing, and then just travel. Or I'd probably just live overseas. I'd just get gigs anywhere in the world.
That's not a career though.
Exactly.
Gigs.
Isn't that
Like
lifestyle?
what gigs?
He
Like,
would just
I don't
do
know.
anything as long
Like
as he can
kitchen
live
hand type of
somewhere
stuff.
else.
Yeah.
That's these guys, man. You're
A nomad.
Interesting man.
A nomad, but with
You
an
are.
actual job, not a digital nomad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a sham. I'm a digital nomad. No, you're not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd have a proper job.
Although I've recently been thinking about wrestling, but we'll get to that. Guys, thank you for everything. I can't believe I forgot to mention this at the start because I'm so fried at the moment. 5 stars on Spotify. Like, subscribe, comment. I've got a few little things. Go follow Rash's journey as he ventures into the wonderful world of YouTube and vlogging.
It's fun, man. It's so fun, bro.
It's
We did
fun.
a vlog today, by the way, that will be up on my channel soon.
Check out Rash's channel. Check out
Lord.Mahazi.
Lord.Mahazi, formerly known as Rashid Mahazi. Check out Gavin's Instagram.
Yeah, I've been active on the socials lately, eh?
Yep. And he's also planning, I've just seen some stuff. It looks good. Shout out to Ewan Ming
Yeah.
for it looks like some quality content coming your way.
What are you doing?
Whole bunch of stuff.
Football stuff.
Stay tuned.
Sick.
He's doing content.
Ming's good on the content, huh?
Yeah.
Me, I can't be fucked. So the only content you're going to get from me is my Instagram stories.
We
Which
need to
is-
get Jakey going. He's active but not active.
Jakey does, yeah.
Paramount.
Let's
Jakey's
do
still
this.
doing the Paramount.
Get him
Can
on
we?
Paramount.
No. Can we get obviously on the Paramount, but can we get the Buddhists to dive into Jake's DMs and
He's
what
gonna
is
hate
what is his niche? What do you guys think's his niche that you want to see more of? To give him some motivation for the content creation.
You already know what the fuck my shit is. Food, wrestling,
OnlyFans
Football.
reviews.
OnlyFans reviews. I'm just here for the fuckery, whereas these boys are a bit more controlled. All right, so follow me at... You know what? Rash, seriously, bro. Everyone that follows Suited should follow our accounts.
Yeah, isn't that weird that people don't? Isn't
Yeah,
that so
it's actually
strange?
crazy.
Widowy.
Widowy. Like, we have 17,000 nearly on Instagram. Why don't all of them follow me? Am I that much of a fucking prick?
Isn't it so weird?
Widowy.
Weird are we? All right, let's go.
All right, yeah, I'm about to piss myself.
I'm going to go have veal schnitzels.
Oh, that sounds good.
Love you, Booters.
Love you, Booters.
Starting 1100, by the way, it's almost closed. It's almost full now, by the way.
Tis.
Jerseys are all out, apparently.
I got mine.
Guys,
the other
you're not getting a real jersey for those asking me.
day. Very upset.
Yeah, it's an NFT.
Peace out.
Yalla, bye.